Welcome, folks. Thanks for joining us for BattleRekt live from the NG studios here in Burbank, California. My name is Gex. This is Findable Carpet, and we are here for some NA 3v3 action. We had EU earlier today, time for NA this evening. We are pumped for it. Now, in case you guys haven't been here in the past, I'll give you a little bit of rundown. Yeah, shame. First off, shame on you for 6 weeks. But BattleRekt is about, for this first month, throughout November, we've been doing a series of one-off tournaments, some 2v2s, 3v3s, kind of changing around the format and kind of taking your guys' feedback. And we want to hear what you have to say about the different formats that we're using. That way, when we go into our actual season in December, our first real season, then we can, kind of have more of a set format for that season. We really do want to hear your feedback on the different things that we're trying, so you can do that through Reddit, Discord, and even Twitter as well. You can hit us up at BattleRekt on Twitter, as well as our personal Twitters, and give us feedback. Tell us what you like and what you don't like. Yeah, and if you want to sign up, this is an open play tournament. You guys are welcome to check us out whenever. You can go to BattleRekt.com, and like you said, give us some feedback. I was told right before the show. You know what I was told? I was told that I was loud and had a very distinct musk about myself. Do I look like I'd be that kind of person? Let me know in chat. I want to go back. Yes. I want to see, do I look like I'd be that kind of person? The answer is yes. There's a good chance. So, for those of you that have been tuning us with us the past few weeks, we have altered the rules a little bit today. We kind of described for these one-off tournaments throughout November, we're going to be testing out some things to see what works best for the viewers and the players together. So today, what we've changed is they pretty much had this old format up to the round of 8, a best of 9 within client. Yep. A single map, but once they get to the round of 8, they're actually going to be doing a best of 3 maps, and within each map, a best of 5. So the standard gameplay you'll run into in-game, whether you're doing unranked or ranked. We kind of wanted to see if it felt a little better, because that's kind of how the game was created and balanced around that style of play, around a best of 5. Especially with the kind of battle rights you may or may not get. And we also wanted to give teams a chance to be able to alter their team in the middle of a series. If one team just didn't work out, one team composition they struggled with hard, they can change it. Even if you lose the first one, you've got a chance. You still got a chance to survive. Still got a chance. Yeah, we tried something different again. Let us know whether you like it or don't. I think the feedback from the EU tournament was pretty positive. So, but let us know. Let us know what you're thinking. Anyway. As I said, these guys have been going at it all day now, or for a while this evening, not all day. All day. It's getting a little crazy. But they've been going at it for a couple hours this evening. And now we're down to our final 8 teams in the bracket, so let's take a closer look at that and see what teams we are working with. Again, some familiar names, and in order to keep things a little bit shorter, we are just going to broadcast 2 of the quarterfinal matches that we've picked, and because all matches now are a best of 3 in our top 8, so we're just going to pick 2 of the quarterfinals. That being the first one, Drama against the Fall of Arakune. And Arakune, yes. And then we will also be broadcasting 2 Goats, 1 Man, and Project Vision after that. So 2 quarterfinals, some familiar names on both those teams. Should be some good matches tonight, hopefully. Yeah, some of the people we've seen come into our 2v2 or 3v3. But remember, folks, these guys are playing for a cause. There's a prize, just like there has been up until now. We're going to see first place go home with $200, second place with $100, and anybody that made it to the top 8, which is everyone you'll see with us today, everyone that has graced us with their BattleRekt skills, is going to go home with a demonic steed for each and every one of them. Yes, the demonic steed, and maybe, I know a lot of these guys probably have one already, but
most likely. But we don't want to make judgments. Yeah. I don't know what kind of grinder you are. Maybe you have an unlucky left click on your chest. That was weird. Clicking the chest. Yeah. I don't know. This is still coming out weird. I'm just going to stop. Yeah, well, you tried. It's okay. Pat on the back. Yeah. But for first game today, we're going to be going, again, it's Drama versus the Fall of Arakune. And on Drama, you have Chalt, Enda, and Skulky. And on the Fall of Arakune, you have Cabates. JD014, and Narakaiden. Some names we've definitely seen before. Of course, Enda and Skulky, both streamers that I'm sure most of us have watched at some point. So that'll be our first matchup in our quarterfinals that we'll be bringing to you guys. And they're heading into game right now. So let's take a look and dive in. As far as team compositions on Drama, we have Enda on Lucy, Chalt on Jumong, and Skulky on the Freya, which I like. We saw some Freya in the EU 3v3s earlier as well. And then
Over on the Fall of Arcune, we have Kabates on Lucy, Narakaiden on Jumong, and JD on Shifu. So pretty similar team comps overall, just a difference between that Freya and the Freya and the Shifu in terms of team composition. So everybody just getting their battle rates picked. Some very scenic views here as well, thanks to our observer.
I mean, I know. Look at this, gorgeous. Look at him shooting the walls. Oh, the flick.
See it in all its glory.
Look at him. Oh, didn't flick it far. No,
that was right.
Not a fast enough flick, buddy.
No.
A for effort.
A for effort.
A for effort.
All right. Well, we're heading into it. Our first matchup.
Identical battle rights from the mirror matches. So far, nothing too new.
Let's take a look right away. Kabates getting pressured by Skulky, and he will get panicked away and meeting right back up in the middle here. All of them getting pulled in off that counter. And the rain of arrows as well. Narkaiden's got to back off, took quite a bit of damage. Time to get healed up by his Lucy, and Center Orb is controlled by Drama. And the barrier is out as well from Kabates. And now counter is in as well. Panicked yet again with Skulky, and got the deadly inject from Kabates, taking quite a bit of damage here. Skulky's got to be careful. Ultimate coming out as well, taking down Skulky. Now a 2 versus 2 situation as Narkaiden had gone down as well. And Kabates and company just trying to work their way back into the middle here. As the Center Orb is up, nobody going for it quite yet. Double in cap though might give them an opportunity to grab it, and indeed they will. Ultimate is up yet again as he uses it. Goes in material, and Chalt is quite hurt here.
Interesting.
That was quite interesting.
Guess he didn't want to get in capped, but I feel like he could have dealt some more damage and potentially taken out Chalt. Oh, he's going to get the harpoon. He's going to try and chase down. Here comes the goo.
The goo as well. Chalt is going to have to go in material. He's quite hurt just taking those heals from Menda. Really needs a heal. Gets the barrier just in time. Oh my goodness, just missing that counter. JD and Chalt in a pretty rough situation here. They got the end cap off. Time for the ultimate as well. Good combo, get some good damage off, and now the barrier will have to be used. And just about 15 seconds left before we head into sudden death. So Chalt and trying to work their way back in. JD initiating with the harpoon. And those spears trying to get in. And here comes the goo yet again, and getting petrified in the middle of the goo was Enda. His teammate went down. Now it's a 1 versus 2 using the barrier. He's not going to have much else after this. I think it's about said and done, especially now that he's used that roll. JD should be able to get the pretty easy finish here. Oh, yes. Goodbye. Nice. Hanging in longer than I expected.
You know, with a 50 shield barrier, it's gonna keep her alive a little bit longer. She might be able to try and get a little more damage here on JD, but it's gonna be too much pressure for her. They're gonna have orb control. Oh, gets the panic. Will she get the orb? Oh, just short of it. Enda now struggling here a bit with 24 health. Trying to land a few. Trying to hone those mechanical skills before the next round starts. Pushing away. Oh,
look at this.
Oh, look at this.
Enda's marking him right now, though, to be honest.
He's honestly outplaying pretty well. Although I can't imagine that the Fall of Arcune was going sweat mode there at the end in a 2v1 against a nearly dead Lucy.
Yeah.
But strong plays either way. It definitely means as this continues, we will see some interesting matches. And, you know, just a reminder, this is a best of 3 maps still. So even however the result ends here, they have to win 2. So if the Fall of Arcune are to take the Drama, still has a shot, or, you know, other way around.
Yeah, so we definitely we'll get a chance to see some counter picking, maybe some different team compositions based off of how this first round goes. Give teams an opportunity to switch things up a little bit, and I think that one of the big reasons why we tried out this format for today, and you know, it adds a whole nother element to the game. The counter picking and the mind games. You know, is the team going to stay on the same composition? Are they going to change it up? You know, adds another element to the whole game, and I think it's pretty exciting. So, you know, we'll have to see going into the second map. But to start things off, the Fall of Arcune will have that 1-0 lead as we head into our second round. counter is going to pull in Narkiden. He's able to get himself out quite easily. Barrier goes in onto Shifu, who hits his counter as well as he's just hacking away with those right clicks. Panicked away by Enda, though. He's meet up with his Lucy, and both the Jumongs down on the bottom are going at it. Both of them going in. Material Goo comes out already from Kabates. And Skulky here in a bit of trouble. The barrier's down as well, needs to be careful. The ultimate comes out, is gonna connect with Enda, doing quite a bit of damage, and the Shifu ultimate finishes off Skulky now, making it a 2 versus 3. Enda and Chult gotta go huge, but Enda's just trying to fight off Shifu down there at the bottom, and Chult is having a lot of trouble up top, needs some heals quickly, had nothing else to give him. Enda didn't, and now stuck in a 1 versus 3, should be dispatched up quite quickly, and the fall of Arnakune is going to go up 2-0 here in our first map.
I like Freya, and we haven't seen her much. I mean, we saw her a little earlier today, actually, for the EU side. The tougher thing about Freya is she thrives when she's in the middle of combat. Right. She's a bit like Shifu, right? Like, needs to be in there, needs to be close. The Shifu, he can actually just kind of go in material and not exist, while Freya actually builds up shield instead. So it's similar mechanic, or I guess, similar play styles, trying to get hit or you know, deliberately trying to proc those counters, you know, consuming static with her R, which is fantastic. Her charge strike, she actually gets a shield for every single one she hits. She gets a 14 shield bonus for every static that she consumes. So it can get pretty fat, but that means she's got to be in the fray of battle.
She's got to be in the fray of battle.
Oh, God, I did it again.
Yeah,
oh,
you did it.
I'm done.
You've done it.
Nope. I've quit.
Like the 3rd time today.
No, I'm done.
This happened. Yeah, that's what you say now. Meanwhile, Chult has his ultimate, and Skulky's having a bit of trouble down here at the bottom. Really needs to get some heals. He doesn't seem to be doing all that much on the start of these rounds. He takes a lot of damage when he goes in, and I'm not sure if he's just not getting the support he needs. The barrier goes down on him, and here comes the ultimate. He's gonna have a lot of trouble. The Shifu ultimate is able to finish off Skulky yet again here. The goo will come out as well from Enda, getting some good damage off on a Narkiden, but it's a 2v3. Lucy getting panicked away, and maybe give them an opportunity, but Chult is just so much CC all over him. He had no chance, just destroyed. And Fall of Arnakune looking good to go up 1 map to 0. In this best of 3 as they take it 3-0 in the first one.
The tough part about Freya is she needs to use a lot of her abilities to go in, and Skulky was actually using his spacebar to go in, but then the problem was all he has left is his iframe on his E, his kind of leap up thunder slam, right? So the issue with that is that if someone like Shifu were to ult and no one's there to push him away further or CC or silence him, and a lot of times Freya found herself kind of alone with him. Right. She had nothing. She couldn't do anything, right? You can't counter that. Her space is down. Her iframe is down. Or even if we actually did see her use an iframe, but it's only going to, maybe you're going to avoid 20 damage, tops 15, because the iframe is short. It's very quick. Good. Well, timing makes it strong, but it's something that's going to be a damage over time. You're going to struggle. So she, you know, Skulky might pick somebody new, especially dealing with the fact that against the Shifu it was really difficult.
Yeah.
But we're going to go check out a replay from that last game. I actually don't know.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll find out what it is. But here we go. Looks like this is round 2, at least, of our first map. And, the big ultimate that connects with Enda. That was the one just across the map. He was able to hammer away at him. And
yeah, look at that Freya. There's nothing she can do to get it. She tried to counter, hoping that somebody would hit her from a distance, and she'd at least build up some shield and pull everybody in. But she got a great... In the beginning, she started off with a good counter, pulled everyone into her, but then when no one was there to support, once that ult from Jumong was able to push her ally away from her and she wasn't able to get the support she needed, then she was just stuck in the heat of battle.
Yeah, I think it's about time maybe for Drama, Skulky specifically, maybe to switch off of that Freya. I think that was one of the things that was kind of holding him back. Maybe not necessarily his fault, but it just seemed he had a lot of trouble surviving throughout that first map. So we may see a change going into the second one as the teams are heading into game right now. So we'll see if the compositions did get switched up. I'd imagine for Drama they would, just because of how badly they
quite a bit
got beaten. Yeah,
an entire team swap.
Wow. Oh yes, indeed it is. Look at this now. Enda's on the old door. Skulky going to Croak and Chult on Ashka. I like it. The change-up was necessary in my opinion. And I like this one. I like this quite a bit. They're going to have some good CC coming out from Skulky. Endo will be able to dish out quite a bit of damage as well. Maybe not as much support as Lucy, but definitely be able to dish out some extra damage. And of course, Ashka, just a great pick, firing away from the back line and quite a bit of mobility and survivability as well. So let's see if the changes play out in their favor. Skulky already going in is forcing Kabates to use that barrier right off the bat, and now JD's trying to put some pressure onto Skulky. Counter is up, and there's that damage, that burst damage from Enda. Able to use Sands of Time. JD's taken quite a bit here, and Skulky is on the hunt, getting the stun off as well. Shifu ultimate here as well, getting the deceit and the end cap right in the middle of that Shifu ultimate. Skulky finally finishing off JD in the middle of that, so it's a 3 versus 2 drama with the advantage. The Ashka ultimate is going to finish off Kabates as well. Narakite in the last one, alive, quickly dispatched of, and it looks like that team comp change is working out so far in their favor.
Skulky looks so much more comfortable playing Croak. I was pretty much just watching him the whole time, or at least my camera was on him, watching his movements. He seemed confident even just being in the middle of battle. He, using his cloak to be able to get away from some damage and at least try and try his best at least to dodge some damage. Yeah. And some great combos. I mean, the Croak-Ashka combo, I love it. It's really similar to the Croak-Jade combo we see in 2s a lot. We're able to line up those stun after stun. You're going to see Croak get the end cap, and then Ashka's going to line up his Q underneath them to get another stun. Start with his right click as well, while we see Croak's invis stun show up after he's used his end cap, and it's just a monstrous amount of damage.
Yeah, quite a lot of CC potential on this team. Right away, they've taken control of the middle for the time being. Fall of Aracuna is just going to be sitting back, going camo, getting that stun, almost connecting with the Ashka stun as well on the ground. Blue easily able to secure that center orb, and they are just in the midst of poking away. JD hasn't really had much of a chance to get himself in there, at least so far. Now Skulky starting his push in, gets the end cap off onto Shifu. Ashka ultimate as well. I believe some of that connected with JD, who's taking quite a bit of damage here. Now Ashka needs to be careful. He's really taking it from JD. Endo uses his ultimate to get him out of danger. Meanwhile, Skulky is just giving it to Narakaiden right now. And now he's separated as well. That's not what you want to see from Narakaiden. Trying to get himself back over with the rest of his team. Barriers used on him, finally finished off by the guys on Drama, and there's just nothing else they can do. Shifu ultimate coming out here, but he is just so hurt in that immaterial. He'll be finished off with an ultimate too.
Much more CC, much more confidence in the way this team moves around. This comp switch really has worked out for Drama. I mean, now we're able to deal with that Shifu in a much, much more, I guess, efficient fashion. As soon as he ults, Ashka can push him away. We can also get a stun. Croak can stun him now. He can save that stun for ultimates or bigger moments if he wants to. We see Ashka going the standard build, getting Blaze, Fire Warding, Conflagration. And we see Skulky as well going with the more sustained Croak build, which is pretty smart, especially if you want to stay in battle when you're dealing against a Jamong, a Lucy, and a Shifu, who, as we've seen so far, can just really pump out some damage.
Oh, it's 2-0 for Drama. Working for the reverse sweep and tie this game up at 1 map apiece. Right away, Skulky coming in from the backside, gets in cap, taking quite a bit of damage. Got to try and work himself out of there. Shifu petrified. And Kabates trying to keep Narakaiden sustained, but Skulky's just pounding away, though. Skulky's got to be careful himself. He's started to take quite a bit of damage. He'll back out now, reinitiating, going camouflage. And maybe a second stun.
Almost.
Oh, Kabates rolling out just in time. There's the Venom, though. It's going to connect with 2. Damage going out just as well. Ashka ultimate, so much damage out in such a short amount of time with these ultimates. And now it will be Kabates going down. There's a sustain down the drain. And Narakaiden quite hurt himself. Shifu ultimate, Ashka able to dodge that by spacing out. Deceit in, able to take Narakaiden out of it, and it is just JD all by himself.
Whirling blades!
Vaulting and spawn. But that should definitely secure the map for Drama, taking it straight back 3 rounds of their own. reverse sweep, and I can tie it up one map apiece.
A 3-0, and then the opposite 3-0. This team comp seems to be strong against Lucy, Jamong, and Shifu. They have a hard time dealing with just the raw amount of CC. Skulky and Chalt really trying to line up. Honestly, I saw Krokult be useful.
I know. It's not often you see that.
You really don't. It is, while it does deal some damage, it is relatively easy to time your iframes with them. People can help you out. It takes so long to pop a lot of times. Some of your cooldowns can come off. So it was great on him to realize that some mobility had just been used. A lot of times what you'll actually see Croak do is he'll ult through, then he'll dash back and stun them. So they can't iframe off of his ult, which is really cool. He didn't even need to.
Nope.
His stun was actually on cooldown when he pulled that ult off, and I was actually kind of surprised to see him ult. I'm like, oh, he's not going to be able to stun them down. Now we're actually going to take a quick look at a replay of when Skulky, we saw him, just hunting down so much. He was so much more confident. We're going to see him. And look at how much often they didn't proc Shifu's ult, or counter, apologies. Just right there, he gets that stun, he confidently waits, he gets that first one, and then even with no health, you're going to see him just hunt down everyone. He's going to use his right click, his toxic, to try and just keep a little bit of sustain. He's going to, use his spacebar, get those heals up.
So much damage.
Paired up with the Ashka ultimate, really putting on that pressure, forcing them together or separated. Really, it's really easy to kind of not realize that when someone's putting pressure on you like that, it's putting you in a predictable situation. When you see Croak really putting pressure on an enemy, and you're Ashka with a full ultimate, you're like, well, they're going to run from Croak, and they're probably going to run this way. And it makes it a lot easier to hit stuff. The pressure actually moves people around, and it's easy to forget that and not really realize that positioning is key, especially with so many AoE abilities.
Yeah, and I mean, just Croak going into Deceit or Camo is enough to zone somebody into a certain area, and as you said, very, very predictable for Ashka, especially if he's able to get that stun off or the in cap into the stun. Really gives Ashka just a load of time to set up the ultimate. So that's gonna tie things up. We'll see now, and maybe some counter picks coming out of the fall of Articuno. That's what the idea behind this whole thing is, and why at least I know us two really enjoy this, this 3-map best-of-5 rounds for each map format, just allowing these kind of counter picks.
It's great to see teams try and deal with it. I mean, we just saw a perfect example, literally a perfect example. The first team comp did not work against what they were up against. The team that won felt confident in their choices. Now, of course, the ideas of potential bans and drafting are definitely something we want to keep in mind. But right now, there's not the huge champion selection, and we don't want to limit people too early on in the game stage. So I think as champions get released, that idea can become, can come into fruition as we see more champs get released and we have a, thicker skill through a lot of our top players. But right now we want them to be able to play what they're confident with, but allowing them to kind of counterpick is sweet.
Yeah, and if champion drafting is something that maybe you want in the future as well, that's something you think is a good idea, let us know. We've certainly heard that from quite a few people that they would like to at least try it out. So it's something for us to look forward to. Maybe we'll try it out in the future if we can figure out the logistics behind that. But they are about to start the third and final map. This is our first quarterfinal. Keep in mind we are broadcasting 2 quarterfinal games, 2 of the quarterfinals, and then we'll do all of the rest of the tournament. So the semis and the finals, we'll give you everything after that. But so far, we got a great game here, man. I'm excited to see this third map, see if there's any counter picks. That looks like they're going to be going to Skyring Day, I believe. So they are heading into game now, and we do have a slight change on the side of Fall of Articuno. Rather than Kabates being on that Lucy, they switched up to an Old War.
I think they realized they needed a little bit more range with some more damage, possibly some more pressure. While Lucy's a great support, and she can definitely put out some damage, a lot of her damage relies on her having energy with that lethal inject. Her M1 can still put out some, but it's just not the same capacity that Old Dur can put out with his Sands of Time, his projectile. Like it's just nutty.
It is, and on Old Dur, definitely going to have a lot more ability compared to what Lucy has. So, Kabates might be able to keep himself alive a little bit longer to support his team. So right away, Narakaiden was just absolutely run at by Chalt and Enda. He will quickly fall, and it's immediately a 3v2 situation. JD is pretty hurt, gets stunned in the middle of his ultimate, and Old Dur able to use his ultimate on him to keep him alive, but the Ashka ultimate connects with JD, and Kabates They're both quite hurt here, not going to bite.
Such a good job of not biting on that counter. That's the third counter that's gone completely wasted. Uldor will go down. First game going to Drama. Fantastic plays from them. This team comp, I'm surprised they didn't start with it. Maybe they got hard countered at the game prior and they were a little timid to use this comp, but they are strong with this.
Yeah, man, they are really looking solid with this team comp for sure. Much better than they were on that first map, to say the least. And right off the bat, I'm not sure exactly what happened to Narakaiden on that last round, but he just got
melted.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, completely rinsed right off the bat there. So I'll have to keep an eye on it. Rinsed, man. He just got rinsed. See you later, mate. But right now, Bates is going to get the old lantern smack on the Skulky, who's giving him quite a bit of pressure. Bates has been taking the damage, man. Skulky is all over him, going into Deceit. And dish out a little bit more damage here, but they're re-engaging at the top as JD is trying to send his focus on towards Enda, and the Ashka ultimate down low is going to be able to connect with somebody, I believe Narakaiden, but he's lining up his ultimate here as well, is able to hit 2 with it, and now Shifu coming in for his ultimate as well. Enda and Schultz both pretty hurt. Lantern smack to keep Shifu off of him. But, oh no, Enda's in a lot of trouble here. He may need some help from Schultz because JD is all over him, has to use his space. Jumon goes down. It is a 3v2, but now Enda using his ultimate, getting the stun off, and the Ashka stun.
Again, another wasted counter.
Yeah, man, they are just not biting. Really not biting on that at all. And, oh no, now Kabates really hurt himself. I don't think he had any more heals to
another counter.
Himself.
Oh my.
And yet again, a little bit closer that time for Fall of Articuno, but Drama now leading 2-0 in our third and final map, and it's match point for them.
I think JD should cancel out of that counter a little bit sooner. He stands there, and they're just able to time themselves. Their cooldowns are getting closer to where they want to be, and they're just able to sit and watch, and as soon as he gets out of that counter, they're going to start dishing out the damage. But if he can cancel it sooner and he can catch him off guard, by even that half second will allow him to cast something before them, potentially some sort of maybe he can use it in cap, or he can even just harpoon and move himself very quickly. So not canceling out of that actually is his disadvantage. I know he really wants to proc it. It's got to be frustrating to cast that like 5 times last match and it never get procced. Even in the heat of battle, people seem to not be paying attention to exactly what you're doing for them to still realize you're about to counter.
It is match point now for Drama, as man, they are all over Kabates like a new pair of shoes. Chalt finally finishes him off with the left click between Skulky and Chalt. He just got melted. And now a 3v2 right away. It's not looking good. Ooh, Chalt going for the ultimate. Narakaiden able to dodge it just in time. The counter yet again from JD. They don't bite, and he gets taken down. It is just Narakaiden lining up for the ult. It doesn't matter though. He's got guys all over him. A just total reverse sweep of the entire match. Fall of Articuno, 6 unanswered rounds. And that is going to be Drama taking the match overall 2-1. Just running them those last 2 maps.
At that point, it seemed to go to team comp. I mean, Drama, Croak, Uldor, Ashka. I love the Croak Ashka combo. I think they can do just a lot of really good hard CC, just chains. You can go from in cap to stun to a slow to just chasing down. They both have high mobility, especially if they both have their space bars. Croak being able to leak twice. Ashka's space bar is pretty far as most mobility goes, and it casts really quickly. So just instantaneously, he's somewhere else. I think that ended up just working out really well for them. They were able to shut down, and Croak, Skulky was kind of lurking around being unsuppressed. No one was shutting him down. No one was putting any pressure to him, and he was able to just dish out damage and get good stuns. So we're going to get, again, another quick replay. This one's going to be in Game 3, Round 2. This is going to be just one of those stun locks I was talking about, right on Shifu. We're going to see Shifu thinks he's doing all right, but he's going to get stunned by Uldor's ultimate on himself, followed by another stun.
A lot of burst.
And then they don't bite on the counter. You see a heal from his ally, at least trying to. And then from here, just going to get burst. He's going to get pushed again, which puts a snare. He's going to go immaterial, but he's going to keep his distance. And then we're going to see Ashka even putting on some distance from far. Croak's going to chase him down, and now, with all of his cooldowns off, he does not have his immaterial, he does not have his counter. He's just going to be there, ready for the damage. And while he's doing so, the old door, the llama combo.
The llamas. And then
the 1v1 llama.
The 1v1 llama. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And then that Ashka ult to finish it off. So Drama's going to be moving on. They booked themselves a spot in the semifinals, and we'll be having another quarterfinal coming up soon for you guys. You know, as we said before, we're only doing 2 of the quarters today. Just for time's sake, you know, I think if, you know, we went through with all these best of 3s, it may have made the tournament quite long. So we're going to do two of the quarterfinals, and let's go ahead and take a look at what we have coming up next as we dive into our bracket. And the next quarterfinal that we will be taking care of is 2 Goats 1 Man versus Project Vision. And as you can see on the top end of the bracket, while our first match was being played, Nice Meta and Blue Balls went at it. Nice Meta was able to take that game, and they'll be playing Drama in the semifinals.
I was wondering how long we'd have to deal with them in the bracket. As exciting as it may have been, I don't know if I wanted to shout their victories. I don't know if I want that audio clip of my voice shouting that out loud in excitement.
Hey, it's good
I don't know
fun.
if I want that to be on my record.
You do. You just don't know that you want that yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am a sick and twisted individual.
Hey, exactly. You know, you don't realize it, but you do want it. It's a good meme. But
don't put my impressions on or your impressions on myself.
If you listen to it long enough,
all right, enough of this.
Follow up. I know we've gone on for too long.
What is wrong with us?
This needs to end.
God, I'm sure we've already lost half our viewers right there.
they're all gone.
So we're gonna be getting into our next match. They're doing their map bans at the moment. I don't know what just happened. Something just went wrong.
Something went wrong.
Something looks funny. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, you never would have known, but here we go. So we're getting into the next one. As we said, it's Project Vision going up against somebody that I forget because I'm just awful at what I do.
Wow.
I am just horrendous
at
what I do.
2 Goats 1 Man.
Oh, 2 Goats 1 Man. How could you forget? Another great name.
I'm curious because I don't think you can pick 2 old doors.
I thought he was a llama.
Oh, I mean, I guess he's closer to a goat than a human. I think he's a llama, man.
That's true, yeah.
I think he's definitely at least 3/4 llama.
1/4 goat.
He's a llama goat?
1/3, yeah.
Where's the upright lantern holding part?
I don't know. Good question. But
everyone, I want chat to make up a story of how Old Door came to be.
How Old Door came to be.
I want a story of how Old Door came to be. I want chat to come together and build the fan fiction that is Old Door's origination.
It's tough. I mean,
no, it's not.
Well, I mean, it's when you don't know what he is.
No, that's why they have to make this. I want to hear what he is from Twitch chat. I want sentence by sentence to be created by you weirdos in chat.
I don't know. If you guys can think of something good, go for it. We'd love to hear it.
I don't want to sit here and read it, but I don't think. I think I'll just have to read it later because honestly, I don't trust them to be stream appropriate.
You guys are disgusting out there.
Making me proud. Making me proud.
Yeah, he loves it. He loves it. I don't know if our bosses would love it so much. At least us saying it on air, but yeah, no.
And I like this job.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I hope you guys have liked so far. I mean, not too much has happened in this broadcast, but I'm sure most of you that are here have tuned into our broadcast before. But if you'd like to know more about what's going on, you just want to keep tabs on us, you can follow us at BattleRekt on Twitter. Yep. Definitely let us know what you think, or just we'll let you know when signups open up. We'll let you know when streams are going to happen. We'll
cool
let
clips.
you know.
Yeah,
more about our lives.
More about our lives, whether or not
when we're going to bed, when we wake up, what we have for breakfast.
Yeah, going to the bathroom. All the important details that you need to know. It's the pressing issues in our lives. So yeah, Twitter's the place for that. You can
I mean, it really is.
There.
Honestly, sometimes I go on Twitter and I read what people. I'm like, my God, no shame. Some of the people that I follow, I'm like, I don't feel like I have shame. And there are some things that I read, I'm like, ooh.
Yeah,
you have some cojones, my friend.
Yeah, not things I would want the rest of the world to know. Facebook's also probably even worse for that.
Definitely.
Some of the people I went to high school with, just disgusting things that they put on there that I would just never want.
Well, I know who's friendless to start searching through. I'm curious now.
Oh, there's some good stuff. I want to make a compilation of this.
All right. Sorry about the delay, folks, but it looks like they finally, they got their champ picks in.
If you couldn't tell, we were
not buying time. No.
We wanted to have a chat.
We wanted you guys to get to know us more.
Yeah.
From the bottom of our hearts.
See the real us.
Of our hearts.
Yes, our hearts.
Of our beating, bloody hearts.
Yep, just it's disgusting. All right, well, we have a match. This is the quarterfinals, and it's 2 GOATs, 1 man against Project Vision to try and book a spot in the semifinals. And let's take a look at team comps. We have Physicals playing Bako, as he often does, round box on Oldor, and Stro playing Ashka, which is a little bit different. Normally, at least in 2s, we see Stro a lot of time play Oldor. So he's doing something a little bit different, at least from what he does in 2s. And this is going to be a good map for Bako as well. Physicals has a lot of walls to work with on these edges to slam people into. He is going to like that quite a bit, but off the start, Stro's actually going in here is Physicals, putting some pressure on to that Sirius, and Roundbox and Stro actually had both been, I believe it was petrified. And Roundbox going down low, trying to put more pressure onto Sirius, and they don't bite on his counter either. The ultimate, oh my goodness, so much CC onto Sketch. He got stunned through with that Oldor ultimate first, and then the ultimate comes out from Physicals as well. Stro is able to finish off Outcast. A great combination of plays there. Averse finally finished in the end. And that is just some good coordination and team play coming out from 2 GOATs, 1 man.
The chain CC that you don't see very often in 2s, you can see in 3s. You have a lot more, I guess, dynamic in your abilities to react quicker and to get those chain, those chain stuns, those chain snares between, Llama Man getting his big old snare, and then Ashka getting his Q and his stun, and then of course you've got Bako with enough stuns to feed a small family.
Feed a family of 5.
Family of 5 with stuns and shields in your face.
And all that beautiful team coordination has allowed them to take a 1-0 lead off the start of this first map. Remember, it's a best of 3 maps. And here we go into our second round as the Sirius starting to work his way in. Counter gets proc. Stro has taken quite a bit of damage here. Down at the bottom, he's got to be careful. Jumps away. Bako gets end-capped. And now the stun out from Physicals, taking Sketch into the wall. Stro's got to be careful, though. He's quite hurt. Uses spacebar to get away, but Shifu's on his tail. Sketch is trying to take him out. Roundbox just getting as much heals as he can onto his teammate, but unable to do anything. The Shifu ultimate out from Sketch, and oh goodness, Roundbox on the bottom gets crushed. And now it's Physicals 1 versus 3. Not looking to be in the best of situations.
I'm going to root for him.
I'm rooting for him. Look at this man.
I'm with you, Physicals.
Let's go, buddy.
Only because I want to see this comeback of centuries. Oh, he's going to do it, folks. Oh, no, he's not.
No.
So close. he was right there,
thought
guys.
He had it.
He only has 79% of the health pool left. He could have done it.
He could have. Could have. Maybe, we'll see it. See it eventually. But that's Project Vision getting around back on the board. 1-1. Tied up, and we'll see.
Taking out the Ashka early on. Smart move. Stro's doing fantastic, dishing a lot of damage out. Again, going unanswered, I think he's just going to sit there and poke away. He's going to get his Qs, his right clicks. He's going to keep, I mean, it's not a really long cooldown on his M2. His Firestorm only has a 7-second cooldown, but a 1-second cast time, and it dishes out quite a bit of damage if he's able to land all 3 fireballs. Even if not on the same person, a good enough player is able to switch targets once he realizes one is out of reach and or has used an iframe or immaterial or
something.
Made himself untargetable.
Yep, that's right.
All sorts of options.
Oh, yeah. You got a whole smorgasbord of options.
An entire smorgasbord of options.
Yep. Anything you want, we got it. Right here at BattleRekt. All right, down low, we got Shifu. He's going to be... Oh, no. Sirius getting caught inside of that Ashka ultimate as well. It is just an absolute cluster down here on the bottom end of the map, but the orb is up. Red able to secure that now as Outcast comes back in. Trying to put some pressure on. Physicals taking quite a bit of damage here. Needs those heals from Roundbox. Sirius ultimate comes out, but nobody home to receive most of it. Physicals, though, quite hurt. Needs to get himself on a dodge. He's able to finish off Shifu with the jump. Now it's a 2 versus 3. Their best chance is going to be hunting down Physicals here, trying to finish him off. Outcast using his counter, though, now his jump, and he doesn't have many options left if they decide to go hard on him. Gets petrified right in the middle of the ultimate. He can't do anything to get away. Finally finished off, and now it's just a 1 versus 3. Averse in dire straits back here. It's going to be going to be pretty tough. He really wants to finish off this Bako if he can. That's his best chance. He knows it's done, though. He's not even going to try, so...
Physical, just barely making it out alive. The airtime on his spacebar saving him, saving his tuchus.
Saving his tuchus.
It's just enough time in the air to not take the damage. He's able to finish off a player on his way down. Finish off Sketch.
Look at Roundbox.
Going in for the kill. I know, look at this.
Dishing out them sweet dams and all that protection.
Sweet dams and pros.
Yeah. Oh my God, please.
Somebody kill us now.
Oh, Lord help me.
It's already happened. The loopy stage is happening,
I
folks.
told you. This is the NH stream is when things get fun.
We're on nondescript energy drinks because no one's sponsoring us, so I'm not going to say what I drank.
Yep, but it's something. That's all you need to know. You know, eyes on you, energy drink companies. Get in while it's hot. Hashtag sellout. All right, here we go. Center orb is up, and it got killed immediately, and the Roundbox right now is just getting so pressured by Outcast and Sketch, and Physicals himself is taking quite a bit of damage here. He needs some heals from his llama friend, and they are kind of pinned down in the bottom of the map here. Ashka Ultimate comes out, is able to connect with two. Shifu goes down, puts them in a 3 versus 2 situation, though the Serious Ultimate as well getting stunned by Stro at the end. Physicals really hurts, able to pick up a couple of those green Skittles, taking a verse into the wall, finally getting finished off ban. I don't know how Physicals surviving in some of these situations where I just think that he should be totally dead meat, but he's able to keep himself alive.
Just flinging his axes from a distance. He's like, I don't want to die. Oh, you're not done.
The big whiff.
Oh, Outcast really wanted to take this. He wanted the orb. Not enough damage. He goes down. The first game goes to 2 goats, 1 man.
2 goats, 1 man.
What a name to shout in excitement. 2 goats, 1 man, everybody. Taking the first game of the series. Giving Project Vision a run for their goats.
A run, yes, a run for their goats. They were after them, and now it's taking it 3-1, and we'll be switching up maps, maybe team comps as well, going into the next
definitely
game.
Changing maps. That's kind of
well, yeah, that's
the team comps are the optional
thing.
Yeah.
But
we all just agree, like, no, same map.
It's fine.
GG Re, please. GG Re.
And Physical, stay on Bako too while we're on this map, please. You know, this is great. But you know, so we are going to be changing, maybe team comps, hopefully for their sake. You know, the losing team's sake, they could, you know, maybe go for a little change. I mean, you know, it might help.
It's a good faith that they can turn things around.
They lost the game. I think changing a team composition may help. You know, it's worth a shot at least. But I don't know, maybe they're confident.
It worked in our last quarterfinal. But, I mean, honestly, with a different map, Baka won't be nearly as strong, so I think he's got a good shot. They definitely got a good chance of being able to continue on. But we're going to take a quick look at a replay from the last game. It was the stun on Sirius that just got followed up by massive amounts of damage. We're going to see him at the bottom. He counters, no one procs on it. He ends up trying his best to escape. And here it's going to come, folks. Oh, sorry, Shifu. Apologies. I have been misled.
Look at that. That is definition of mulched.
I got misled. I was told it was on Sirius.
You've been duped.
Now I look like an idiot.
You've been duped.
I look like an idiot. Now I look like an idiot.
So dumb.
It's okay.
The man in our ear says he's sorry.
I don't care if he's sorry. Doesn't make a difference. He's on camera looking like an idiot.
This relationship is over.
It's
over.
We're done.
So we got some guys readied up in this game. They're going to go into their hero picks right now. We're changing our map to Blackstone Arena Night, the Night Edition.
The Night Edition.
Yeah, make it a Night Edition versus. I was trying to come up with something witty there. Not going to work.
Happen. You know, we try. We try. We can. Yeah. But after a while, the brain starts like. I'm sure you've all been in this stage when you have to think of things, but your brain's only like maybe a half second ahead of your mouth, right? Like you're really not planning ahead to anything.
Yeah.
Just garbage starts uttering out of your mouth, which is how we feel sometimes.
Flowing.
just nonsense.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can like think several thoughts ahead and you have all this nice like thought process just planned in front of you. But right now, it's a 50-50 shot that there's just garbo flowing out of my mouth.
And so you don't have to listen to our garbo anymore. We have the second map. Starting here.
I love the word garbo.
Garbo mouth, that's us. Here we go. Second map. And looks like we are going to have the same compositions as before, so no change-ups. It looks like Project Vision is very confident in their team comp. Let's see if they make me eat my words. Already getting stuffed into the corner. The Petrify comes out onto Physicals. Man, Stro just getting hunted down. He got separated from Roundbox, and then all three of them were able to focus fire the poor man down, and he just gets crushed. And it is now a 2 versus 3, as now Outcast trying to come in. Oh, the ultimate is going to do a lot of damage to Outcast, but Physicals is quite hurt back here, and he does not have his llama buddy to give him the heals, so it is now just Roundbox in a 1 versus 3. If he pulls it off, I'll eat my hat. I don't even have a hat.
Find a hat and make you eat it.
Find one.
Oh no, he wanted to go further, hopefully. Didn't work in his favor. The hat will remain uneaten as Project Vision takes the first game. But as we know, Baco in round 2 tends to get a wee bit stronger. With his wall slam. We're going to see a lot more stuns coming at him, a lot more control of the map. I almost called it a field or a pitch.
The pitch.
The pitch. Control the pitch. Technically,
we're changing up the lingo.
Just randomize the lingo.
It's now the pitch.
Won't confuse our viewers.
Yeah. Make it as confusing as possible, as if we don't do that already. But here we go. 1-0 for Project Vision. It's map 2 in the suit. It's best of 3. And now this is not what you want to see from 2 Goats 1 Man. They're getting stuffed down here in this corner, totally on the defensive. Stro is really hurt. Physicals gets petrified, and now they're just going to hunt down Stro yet again, separated from the rest of his team. They start down in the corner, Stro gets separated, and then all 3 of them just change direction and take Stro down. It's the second time now in this map that's happened. Definitely need to change up positioning on the next round for sure. And now Baco getting in-capped, and it is just, look at all this focus fire. Roundbox is gonna have to use his ultimate to...
What just happened?
Save some time. I have no idea.
I have absolutely no idea what just happened to Shifu. Shifu went on a trip. Showed back up.
Rocket ship. And
with his whirling blade.
Yep, and now
whirling blade.
Project Vision going up 2-0. Man, are we gonna see the same thing we saw in the first quarterfinal? What is this?
I mean, it's great is what it is. Great competition. Project Vision now 2 up. Even with the strength of Baco, it seems like they've found the damage dealer, which expectedly would be Ashka.
Yeah.
And they are just ruthlessly hunting him down. I watched Sirius go in, and he just didn't care. I'm like, oh wow, Sirius is gonna take some damage. And then everyone followed up. Oh, good double petrify to start off. They're gonna give them the pressure and the control.
They gotta be careful not to get stuffed in these corners again. That's what happened to him the first 2 times. Man, Physicals getting caught. Those rain of arrows. Sketch is just doing so much damage to the poor man right now. And a lot of petrifies out on the field. The center orb is going to be up and secured, but Stro and Physicals are both really hurt, and their support is caught right in the middle of everything. He's going to have to use his ultimate, get out of there. He'll get the stun off. A lot of good burst damage onto Outcast. He has to space himself out of there, counter out. But Physicals really need some heals. Serious ultimate in the back is going to do quite a bit of damage to Roundbox as well. Stro getting himself separated from his teammates yet again, and will get taken down. And things are not looking good for 2 Goats 1 Man. The Shifu ultimate will finish off Roundbox. And look at that, the reverse sweep from Project Vision taking a map back, and we are tied up at 1-1.
3 wins to 3 wins. We see Project Vision taking that victory handedly. No hesitation, no wavering, hunting down poor Stro.
Poor guy.
Just ruthlessly. There's nothing he could do. He never really had a chance to do anything. Check out the damage. Only 200 damage on average. Ashkas we see generally popping around the 400 to 600 range. So about half of what we tend to see out of Ashkas, but the suppression was just a bit too much.
Yeah.
And his allies, Baco, while he does have a lot of CC, it's really hard for him to peel sometimes, especially if he's getting caught up. His bulwark, it kind of counts as CC, but you have people to fall for it first, and they have to be melee to also get stunned.
Right.
And he is able to maybe slam some people in, but we don't without energy. Oldor's not able to land his petrify either, so it's not going to be the same kind of Ashka. Just got wailed on. We're going to take a quick look at another replay. This is, again, they just kept getting zoned in the corner. This was one of the bad ones. This is what I'm talking about. Sirius just going in, he doesn't care. He's going to get pinned by Bako. It doesn't seem to matter. He's going to get that first weaken. And look at that burst damage he's able to put off on Ashka. And then we see Shifu coming in, trying to do it. Ashka doing what he can. He tries to. And then even when he uses his spacebar to get out, look at how quickly they all just change trajectory after they get the the Petrify on Bako, keeping him in place. Ashka did his best. He wanted to try and get the shackles, or the chains, the molten chains, but the immaterial from Jamong saved him from it, and he was able to finish him off.
Yeah, and that's one of those situations too. I mean, if Stro is going to jump out, if you watch on the replay, I mean, he jumped out into the left, kind of like back towards spawn, and there was just going to be no opportunity for his team to be able to come and support him.
Oh yeah,
going in that situation. I mean, if anything, you want to maybe go off to the right. At least Roundbox could have gotten a line of sight on him to give him some heals, to keep him alive a little bit longer. But just in general, for threes, man, getting trapped in a corner like that is bad news. It's not as big of a deal in twos, but in threes, you get trapped in one of those corners like that, you're just getting crushed.
And it's something that I think teams are adapting to. I mean, a lot of people do play twos. It's a little easier to find one friend to play with, or some people just don't have enough friends. I myself including, I've never actually played threes.
Yeah,
but we're actually going to get into this match quickly before you get to listen to me blabber on about my terrible life.
Start crying. You might cry, so.
Well, I can cry off camera, and no one will know.
It's all right. It's in the dark. Things that no one sees. But we are just about to see this map 3, which I'm quite excited for. Project Vision able to bring themselves back in it, and we're all tied up at 1-1. This should be a good one. It looks like same compositions yet again for both teams. They're confident in their play, especially two goats, one man after that last map. Even though they got rolled, they're staying confident just like Project Vision did after the first map. So here we are.
You definitely can't get pinned nearly as hard in this map. You don't have that tight little corner like we just saw.
Yeah.
So I think there's a good chance that they're going to be able to spread out more, use some mobility to try and, escape from the hard pins. Ooh.
Be a little bit more open, but just as we say that, they're down here in this corner. They certainly need to be careful, as Outcast has found his way into the corner. He'll space out, and now Physical's trying to work his way back into the fight, but so far they've just kind of been concentrated in the back here. Serious ultimate, and Physicals will land right in, getting the stun off onto Outcast. And dishing out some more damage. That center orb is
another
up.
Orb.
Red able to secure it. And here comes the Whirling Blade onto Physicals. There's nothing he can do to stop all this damage. Outcast taking him in even further, finishing off Physicals. Finally, it's now a 2 versus 3. And Roundbox getting end capped. Stro is able to get the Petrify onto Sketch, but they're really gonna have to find themselves a kill here quickly, but they're trapped in this corner. Here comes the ultimate, maybe an opportunity to take out Sketch, but getting the root there as well. But Stro and Roundbox just so hurt at the moment. That Petrify is going to land onto Ashka. Right click from Shifu, finishes it off. And Roundbox here will be quickly finished off afterwards. Project Vision taking the 1-0 lead.
Close for a good bit there, but then they just got carried away. Project Vision able to put on much more damage in the second half of that over 2 goats 1 man. Plus they had all that orb control. That time we saw Stro able to put out some damage. 452, nearly 300 from Physicals, and 409 from Moldor. I think maybe if they just kind of leapt in and had faith in the bulwark to maybe stand behind that, shield some damage. Maybe they all kind of get in. They try to get that orb control, at least force a fight in the middle so that they have a better shot at orb control, because they're not going to be able to poke through this team.
They seem a bit passive. They just continue to back themselves up. And I mean, look, off the start here, they're not even really working their way into the map. They've just kind of passively sat back in this corner, and they're slowly getting pushed further down into the bottom left. And now, that's when they're potentially getting themselves into some trouble, as now they're slowly working.
Another orb left for Project Vision.
Those orbs are going to be really key in the long run of a game. Now Physical's trying to get onto Outcast a little bit. Roundbox is going to get ulted. He has nothing to get away either. That is so much damage, and he gets taken down. It's now a 2 versus 3. It's not looking good, I can tell you that. Stro putting up the firewall. He's trying to mitigate some damage, man, but he's got nothing else. That was a big swing and a miss from Physicals on the ultimate. His good pal. Stro goes down, he gets petrified, and that should spell the end for physicals here. Now 2 goats, 1 man has gotta come up with the next round or their tournament life is over. Project Vision going up 2-0.
I don't know what I find hilarious about hearing Bako laugh and then just launch away. Not get just out into the distance. Watching him fade onto the horizon.
As his teammate dies.
So jolly. Such a jolly abandonment of his teammate.
Oh, you're done.
Oh, you're done. To his own teammate.
Yeah,
I'm leaving you. You're done.
Away. Yeah.
But again, it's more the rotation of abilities. We actually saw a double petrify from Stro and Roundbucks. Stro actually got his EXQ, his petrify, and then right after that we saw a Lantern Smack. Kind of wasted energy there, 25% energy wasted. Only one of them needed to do it, and they both ended up doing it instead.
They need to play a little bit more aggressively here, though. Get themselves into the middle and give it a shot at controlling this orb, because yet again, they're just kind of sitting back in this, in the back left of the map. They don't get to contest any of these orbs. And, you can only back up so far into this corner. Meanwhile, physicals and Sketcher going at it. Here's the serious ultimate. He's just sitting in the back. Absolute free reign.
No!
Jumong off from a burst as well. There's just a whole chorus of ultimates that are being used on these guys, and they have nothing that they can do about it. Just being absolutely bodied. Man, Stro should be hunted down here. He will fall round box all by himself. And, he's going to be in a sad moment here as he falls. And 2 goats, 1 man being taken out by Project Vision. Yet again, 6 unanswered rounds as they went up 1-0 off the start, taking the first map. Straight 6 rounds for Project Vision. They take the series, man. That was some good stuff.
Some good stuff.
I got nothing better to say about it. It was some good stuff.
Remind me to buy you a thesaurus after this broadcast.
I know. My adjectives are lacking.
Okay, they struggle, especially when we're in our goofy phase. But anyways, honestly, if there was a heat map of deaths, there'd be like just 15 dots in that corner.
Yeah.
On every map. It didn't matter. They just all died in that corner.
Yeah.
It's really interesting because they still had range. They had a lot of mobility. They could have easily jumped through the wall and tried to force them in other corners, or even just kind of leap into the middle of it. That's kind of Bako's thing, right? As he jumps in the middle.
Initiate.
Dor can join him. He hasn't absorbed. Ashka's the one that really doesn't have a lot in the closeness, but he can still use his E. They could have maybe gotten in the middle, turned around, shielded and punched away, done some things. Some hard CC. Could have pinned against the wall. Bako wasn't able to use his strengths of pinning people against the wall because he was constantly his back was against one himself.
Yeah, and
the entire battle.
And the thing for me was they didn't even try to get themselves out of that corner, even to start off the rounds. At least on that 3rd and final map, they just kind of stopped. Once the round started, they would go in and just automatically position themselves, kind of starting in that left-hand corner. And then it was just slowly, they started to aggress onto them, move in, and push them further and further back. Eventually, they're up against the wall, and there was really nothing they could do.
And we're going to actually take a look at one of the times when they were stuck in the corner. This is just you can see the positioning. They have full orb control, full center control. We're going to see the ults are getting close. They definitely want to try and pin them, especially Shifu. He did a fantastic job of utilizing his ults when there were really no counters, and so many of his counters got procced. We just saw Bako counter when he tried to use his iframes to get up to the top, but now we're going to see one ultimate from Sirius. No way to get away. He already used his spacebar, and then we're going to see another ultimate, pinning him in the corner, and a third!
Just
poor
so
physicals.
Many. He had no chance.
Every single ultimate, he took it to the chest. Bako.
He's a big man, but he can only take so much,
He can only deal with so much of a slamming.
Yeah,
all
those
ultimates.
Slammed.
And again, once he doesn't have his spacebar, he can't bulwark out of any kind of AoE effect. So Sirius utilized that. He's like, well, I'm not going to get out of this. And then Shifu, same thing. He had no more spacebar, no more escape. And with no one able to silence or knock people out since they were under enough pressure as was, Bako he went down.
Yeah, he went down like a sack of potatoes, man, and that helped secure the match for them. So now that we have those 2 quarterfinals out of the way, let's take a look at the bracket and see what we have coming up for you guys in the semifinals. First off, we will have Nice Meta going up against Drama, and then after that it will be I Love This Game against Project Vision. We love this game too.
That's
most of the time.
That's a positive team name. I'm gonna support them.
Yeah.
Not that I'm rooting for them because I'm unbiased.
You're a broadcaster. You can't be
biased. I'm a broadcaster.
biased.
I'm not biased. I'm rooting for them as people. I want their lives to be filled with joy.
Yes.
And success.
Exactly.
Not in this bracket specifically because, again, I'm unbiased.
Yes.
I just hope that in general, success fills their lives.
Yes. That's very nice.
Just not right now. Not that I want them to lose.
Not right now. You're digging yourself a hole here, buddy.
No. I'm keeping myself steadily
out of the hole.
Only like 2 feet in.
Just 2 feet. No further. Yeah. So. Guys, I was told to plug something, and I'm just awful at what I do. So, guys, if you've enjoyed what you've seen thus far, you can follow us on Twitter, and you can also sign up at BattleRekt.com. That's the place to go if you want to get yourself involved in these tournaments. BattleRekt.com is the place to do it. And as well, you can. You're giving me that look.
It might be a look, but it's a well-deserved look.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And as well on Twitter, if you want to follow us, give us feedback on what you've seen thus far, you can do that at BattleRekt on Twitter, and as well as our personal Twitters, you can do it there as well. But before our semifinals come up, we will be taking a short break. We'll be back in just about 5 minutes or so for the semifinal matches. Not too long. We'll miss you, but we'll see you again soon. Don't go anywhere, guys. Semifinals, BattleRekt 3v3 NA coming up.
Welcome to the show!
All right, folks, welcome back to BattleRekt. My name is Gex. This is Findable Carpet, and we are back here for the NA 3v3, the semifinals. We hopefully got some good games to come for you guys. Thanks for joining us. What did I do? Did I do something already?
You've done absolutely nothing.
Okay.
It's just that kind of night.
No, it's yep, it is that kind of night. See, those are the best nights, though.
The giggles are here.
Oh, the giggles are here in full flow. Yeah, you guys are.
Oh God!
You guys are
full flow. Of all the phrases, that's what you use.
You guys are in for a treat.
All right.
But yeah,
good.
we're good. Bring it together. All right, guys, let's take a look at the bracket. We got some semifinal games coming up for you. And first off, we will have a nice meta going up against Drama, and then after that will be I Love This Game against Project Vision. Some great positivity in the team name there. I love it. I love that they love this game, because I also love it.
I want to know if Nice Meta is just gonna play the weirdest team comp we've ever seen.
The craziest meta.
Just like you think you've got meta. No,
Oh,
we've got meta. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna try and take it to the top. Remember, folks, we have a prize. Lots of prizes. Some prizes. 300 prizes plus. I'm not gonna count how many of those there are. We're gonna have first place going on with $200, second place with $100, and then the rest, everyone that's made it to the top 8, which is everyone you saw today, plus 2 more that we didn't witness.
Yeah.
I guess 4 more teams that you didn't witness today. All gonna go home with a demonic steed. I guess "go home" is the wrong term we should be using. They're all gonna stay there and
they're already at home. Yeah, they're gonna sit in the same chair they have been and get a demonic steed.
But no one actually complains about that phrase. They're all going home with $200, as if like they're. I imagine they're all like out somewhere, like at a Starbucks. They brought their tower, they're just clicking away.
They're playing their competitive BattleRekt matches at Starbucks. That would be a sight to see. Somebody please do that for one of the tournaments and send us a picture, because God, that would be just awesome.
Yeah, honestly, someone please. Do it. Tweet at me or at BattleRekt that you are playing somewhere random. Give me that selfie shot. Let me know you're playing like at a Panera Bread, Starbucks. What else? Where else do people seem to hang out with Wi-Fi?
Internet.
Oh wait, we shouldn't be saying these names. We're not sponsored by them.
Oh, this is awful. What have we done?
Random assorted stores that sell coffee and sandwiches that have great Wi-Fi and don't mind that you sit there all day.
Library.
Weird. A library.
Someone in the library.
Oh, someone play like on a desktop though. Just
scream.
it's dead quiet, and then you get wrecked by like a rook, and it's frustrating because you can't deal with this stupid.
I would do awful.
Actually, no, Rook's we don't see Rooks in competitive. He's actually relatively easy to deal with. At lower ranks, he's really annoying. Although before his fix, holy God, that Rat M2 was just a disaster.
Yeah, that guy.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah, he would just pound you all day. Like, I mean, that's what he was doing. He had a giant meat stick just like pounding away. I mean, you know, am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
To be fair, I do refer to it as a meat stick, especially when he flings it. I actually, whenever I play Rook and I use that ability, I shout meat stick as I fling it across the arena. I'm like, meat stick, and like everyone knows what's coming. It's pretty great. This is how we play BattleRekt. This is why no one should ever watch me stream.
I think we need to actually do a video of you and me like playing twos together or something.
NSFW like 3 times over. It's
because
really
it would be bad. We would never be allowed on a broadcast ever again.
Never yet for us.
We're ruined. But speaking of broadcasts that we're at least for now allowed to be doing, you can come back and check us out. We do this from time to time.
We do this too much.
Yeah, too much. It's on Tuesday. Maybe not enough. I don't know. Maybe people want us more. I don't know. Maybe I'm being optimistic. But you can catch us on Tuesdays. We have tournaments and all that. And then on Fridays as well, we will also do it just as we are today. We have our 3v3s. And then coming up this Tuesday, we have a 2v2 tournament as well, NA and EU. So get in on the fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we come back quite often. We like what we do.
We do.
I hope. Yeah, I hope.
Sorry, I'm trying to deal with
your thinking.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, he's just in deep
Honestly,
thought.
I'm not even kidding, and this is actually hilarious. You know, it's like when I look at you, like nothing's being processed.
Oh yeah, I do the same thing.
I'm just hoping that you're doing things correctly.
Yep, and
I'm just like, yeah, I'm waiting for what I'm doing next.
Yep, that's that's exactly what I do. It's all coming out, folks.
Yeah.
But enough of us. Again, totally not filling. We have a game to bring you guys, and it's a semifinal match, and it's gonna be between 2 teams.
Which 2 teams?
Well, funny you should ask.
Speaking of rooks, look at me. Just when I say the rooks aren't in, what does nice meta do?
Redefining.
They make me eat my words. They're like,
He's here.
Carpet, you're an idiot. You're an actual idiot. Of course people play rook in competitive. You know who plays rook in competitive? Soft.
Soft.
Soft. Is that how you pronounce that? Soft.
I guess.
Soft.
Soft. It's like the, I don't know. He's in though. He's doing the rook thing, man.
He's doing the rook
He
thing.
wants to prove you wrong. Look at that angle, too. Ooh.
Look at him. With his
spicy.
gravestone.
His face.
What a spicy man.
Beautiful. This camera angle of him is cracking me up, though.
He looks absolutely ridiculous when you put him under the microscope. Rook is a hilarious character.
I love it. All right, here we go. On the other side, we're going to have pretty standard comps other than the rook being out here at least. So, Croak right in the middle of things. Skulky hacking away. And he's going to try and get onto rook as he goes berserk. And he is just going to hammer at dude. So Croak coming in for that in cap. Center orb is going to be secured by red. Counter not going to be proc for soft, as he's attempting to reinitiate and get themselves out of this corner. And Drama's backed themselves off for now. Gonna go grab some of those green Skittles at the top. Counter out yet again. Nobody's gonna proc that. The stun's good. Combos off onto Jumong there. Serious ultimate as well is going to dish some damage. And the Oldor ultimate gonna grab a double stun as Skulky gets himself in there. Fireblaze in a whole load of trouble. Venom's gonna come out and he has no way to get out of it. It connects on two of them. Sesh gets hit by it as well. And things are not looking the best for the boys in blue. Nice meta. Getting meta'd on right now. Out-meta'd. And that is going to be a 1-0 lead for Drama. But Fireblaze has been, at least in the first round, relatively ineffective so far in that. But
I don't see many rooks. Actually, this is the first rook we've seen here at BattleRekt. So congratulations, Soft. You've actually won our rook award. He didn't know. Did you know this? We were giving this away.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it's a big old congrats from little old me. But you know, he'll put up his counter, and the moment he realizes that no one's gonna bite on it, he cancels it right away. He'll start dishing out some damage instead, which I really like to see because it definitely is. It's a short counter, but the less damage he deals, especially with he just wants to wail away on those left clicks. So even if he doesn't proc the counter, he still wants to try and take advantage of the damage that he can potentially do.
And now, see, counter is up. Nobody procking it though, and then Schultz able to get a good set of right clicks off onto Soft as well. Stun onto the camouflaged Croak, but man, Sirius just getting pounded right now, and the Ashka ultimate from the backline is able to finish off the Sesh, and that is going to be now a 2 versus 3 as they are just getting pounded at. Soft, last man alive, should be going down here relatively shortly. Gets his berserk off, but there's just nothing the poor man can do. Already Drama taking that 2-0 lead.
When we talk about burst from both of these teams, and just to clarify what I mean by burst is just instantaneous damage from a single ability. So if they were all on a cast at no energy, one single ability at the same exact time and try and hit somebody, we would see Nice Meta being able to put out 74 burst damage, which is actually pretty good. That's going to take a good amount off the top. 34 max health would be chunked away immediately. Whereas we see Drama only being able to put up 62, which is a 12-hit difference, which is actually a pretty big deal. You know, when you have a max health of only 210. But with ultimate burst, when we see Nice Meta with their ultimate, they're able to put out 108 burst damage.
And here we go. Or actually, Skulky working in from the back line here is able to get some stuns off as he was in camouflage, and Rook just going ham here, going berserk and hammering away with these left clicks, getting the rock out as well. Blue solidifying themselves into this round a little bit better this time, though. Just as I say that, Fireblaze goes down. He's not been able to do much so far in this game. The Ashka ult comes out as well, connects with Sesh. And Soft going in, trying to see maybe if they can finish off this Ashka. It's going to be one of their best chances. He's already low. Actually, maybe Skulky. He's quite hurt himself, but Sesh goes down, and here comes the Soft man, trying to do what he can, eating up on the meat stick, but there's just No, swing and a miss. And
I think just after like getting to look at his character build, like up close, watching him just like miss things, it just makes it that much greater. Especially because
and then flying in, nobody home.
And then he just kind of stood there, didn't even bother turning around and watching the demise.
He's just
that
like,
first game go handily to drama.
Yep.
I would expect to see a potential comp change.
From nice meta.
The Croak-Ash combo is just so nasty. Because Croak could just stay in Viz right around you. He can just wait for that moment to stun. You kind of know he's there, you kind of don't know he's there. And Lucy's countering pretty hard because we're able to throw that clarity potion and, well, what?
I know.
What have we done, folks?
I got the giggles.
We are done.
Yeah. Anyway, your thought. Continue your thought.
No, now it's screwed. Now we're just going to watch the replay because you've messed up my thought process. This is just round one. It says getting ready to try and dish out that damage. Positioning around. We're going to see Ashka going getting that first one, but the ultimate from Sirius going to try and help out his teammates as much as possible, but they still get center orb. And now we're going to see them try their best to mitigate as much damage as possible, but the ultimate down to the Uldur ultimate with Croak, and then we're going to see Croak try and get his ult off as well. If my memory serves me correctly, and my memory served me very correctly, but Jamon getting hit. He tried to get away with it from his iframe, but he didn't have his full charge, so he actually wasted his iframe instead. Not able to try and get rid of the Croak toxic venom thing.
That thing.
That weird bulbous thing. The sack of poison.
Sack of poison.
Poison in a sack.
Yeah, and
I'm gonna stop making up names for Croak's
disgusting
damage
names.
dealer.
So that's one map lead for Drama now. They're going to be heading on to a second map, guys. Remember, all of our matches from the quarterfinals onward are a best of 3 maps. Count them 3, and they're best of 5 rounds. In one, you count it. You double check.
Gotcha,
double check my math.
I'll cover for you.
Thank you. And each of these maps is a best of 5 rounds. 5.
Just a little bit of reasoning of why we decided to choose this. We think it kind of flows with the way the game was designed, as you can tell whenever you play ranked or unranked. And those of you that have never played, I'll explain this really quick. The game is centered around a best of 5, so you get certain battle rights, and you might not actually reach some depending on if you get stomped out early on, which I think is a good way to kind of reward a team that does well. You're able to stomp them out early. They don't get those later battle rights that might help them out. And if you are a team that might do better in later battle rights, you might have to play a little bit safer and work around that. So we wanted to see how that played out. And also, I think it gives for a more unique strategy when we allow them to potentially change their champions, change their team comps through the middle of battle. You know, as we see that Rook one maybe not worked out. Maybe they're going to pick somebody that melds with Rook a little bit better. Maybe they're just going to say, screw it, we're going to do it. Shut up, Carpet. I don't care if we just lost that. We're going to turn things around.
Yeah.
We got the juice.
The juice. They're ready to go.
All that juice.
Yeah, well, we'll see if they decide to change things up. But yeah, I think I like the counter-picking aspect of this. Adds another element to the game, you know, if a team doesn't do too hot.
At least the blind counter pick, which makes it even more exciting, right?
Right.
It's like we're going to try and counter-pick them, and then they just change their team comp too.
Yep.
We have yet to see that. Well, usually one team changes their comp. The winning team tends to stick with what they've got. And this time, both teams said, screw it.
Yeah,
we're going to stick with what we got.
Go with the same thing. So they feel confident. Nice Meta feels confident in their ability to, get back in with this Rook and Jumong, and here's Sesh doing some pirouettes, as you can see in Spawn on Sirius. So we'll see. Maybe they'll get back in, but absolutely no changes anywhere. And well, we'll see if that was a poor decision for the boys in blue on Nice Meta. This is map 2 in our best of 3 maps of our first semi-final matchup. And right away, Croak coming in. Counter is procced for Rook, but he gets bashed away by Schultz, and Skulky caught in a little bit. Will actually get right back in the face of all of them with these stuns. So much CC. And Center Orb is going to be up as well. Oh, it's not going to get procced. That's a huge ultimate out from Ashka. Connects with so many. The stun off onto Sesh as well. Jumong goes down shortly after. It's subbed yet again in a 1v3. He's been here many a times. Finished off shortly after. Drama getting that 1-0 lead.
Charles ulted through, and then Uldur ulted him, so he was able to continue dishing out all that damage, and then he ulted on top of someone. Was about to die. Finished him off. Rook going the build that we tend to see Rooks go. He went with Squash in round 1, which inflicts a 0.7 second stun with his right click, so all he has to do is land it. He's got a pretty big hitbox, but ever since they made the change on Rook, you can actually block it with shields or absorbs and stuff of that nature.
Yes.
I believe it can go through a wall, though, I think. I think you can actually put it through a wall, but if it's a shield or something that can absorb it. I really wanted to get a good close-up look at Rook again.
No.
Kind of disappointed.
Maybe next round, because soon if Nice Meta doesn't get themselves rolling here, we're not going to see too much more Rook.
But he has built Frenzy in round 2 for his tier 2 BattleRekt, which if he can land his rush, will put him in a bit of a berserk, let him dish out some quick damage, but everyone knows to try and get away from Rook as fast as possible. Oh, the in cap.
Ooh, he's hammering away at these two up top. Oh, the double Petrify, though. That might be a bit of trouble. And getting yet another Petrify off onto that Sirius, trying to remove some of that sustain. And meanwhile, Fireblaze down on the bottom is in a bit of trouble as he continues to get pressured here. Deceit out, able to get the in cap, and then the stun, getting yet another stun with Ashka. The ultimate out as well is going to connect partway with Jolt, and Sirius goes down. Not a good look for Nice Meta as Soft is taking out Fireblaze on all by his lonesome. Finished off. Now a 2-0 lead. Map 2 for Drama. It's match point.
I already have to give them big props. They definitely came in with a relatively unique meta. We definitely see a lot of Sirius and plenty of Jamong and NA. Right. Although Jamong's not nearly as popular in Europe, which I find interesting, right? It's like when you separate two regions and they don't play against each other, they kind of inherently develop their own styles of play and their own metas. They don't vary in massive ways. I mean, the game mechanics are still the same in both regions. At least I'd like to hope so.
No.
Unless for some reason they've downloaded a different patch.
Yeah.
Which would be devastating. But in general, we see a lot more Jamongs in North America. But the Chalt Skulky right now. They did not start off the day like this.
No, they didn't.
They have built into this comp and they're sticking with it, and it's working well.
That's working very well for them so far. And Nice Meta's got to come up with some nice plays, keep themselves in the double Petrify yet again, and that's going to leave Sesh for the taking here as he's got quite a bit of damage dished out onto him. Soft trying to see what he can do, getting his counter procced, and he will go berserk end capped, and then the stun off onto Sesh as he jumps in. The Ash ultimate from the back, hitting the triple with that. And Fireblaze in dire straits here. He is quite hurt. The ultimate from Soft is up as he goes berserk. He's 1v3 though. Not looking good for the poor man. Finally finished off, and Drama taking an easy 2-0 game there. 2-0 match. Taking 2 straight maps, 3 rounds apiece. No problem. They will head into our grand finals.
Chalt with some nasty ultimates. I mean, just in general, he did an average of 101 damage. 20% of his damage every round was his ultimate. 38% would be his fireball, 192 on average per round, but he had an average of 504 damage, easily peaking out. Sesh only 83 average damage. It's a serious. We didn't know what kind of burst he has. His capability of bursting is pretty harsh. He can put like an easy 70-80 burst combo in a matter of seconds if he wishes to. But I think he just got pinned down too hard, and he had to heal up too much of his allies, which is kind of the scary part of Rook, right? He's always got to be in there to take damage. He has his one iframe, his M2, which they were able to build into him as well, which made him pretty strong. Or at least stronger.
Stronger.
But I don't know if it was enough. He just wasn't able to dodge enough damage. He relies heavily on his counter being procced, and a lot of players are just waiting for it. They're like, oh, well, Rook's going to do his stupid and freak out. And they know just to kind of wait for it. They almost avoid dealing damage. They'll throw a couple things this way and see what can happen. Let's take a look at a quick replay from that. It was that triple Ashka ult, nasty.
Right at the end.
Lining it up so perfectly. We're going to see him building up that energy. He's going to finally get it. The end cap comes on Rook. He actually accidentally breaks him out of the end cap. We're going to see Rook jump in. He's going to hit Chalt, but it's going to put him in a good place to land his ultimate perfectly. 1, 2, 3, and actually knocks... Look at this. It actually knocked Jamong out of his ult originally, but it didn't even matter. It was too late. He then tried to, I guess, just panic ult, but he stood in the AoE too long, put him even closer to death. He's going to get pinned down. Not enough.
No, not enough.
Nice meta, though. Nice meta.
Nice meta, though. Yeah.
I mean,
enjoy your meta.
What I love seeing, particularly, especially. I want to see new comps show up. I want to see new comps wreck face, or even if they're just short of it, right? Like, a lot of it is the minute figuring out of the timing. I mean, some comps we see players make work because they're so good at it, because they've been playing those comps a lot. So keep bringing in these interesting characters.
Yeah.
I mean, they're standard characters, to be honest, but keep bringing them in. Show us the new stuff.
Yeah.
Show us what you got.
Show us how it's played, you know? Some of these guys, we don't get to see them often, so we don't get to see the skills that people, you know, can really go hard on some of these champs. So definitely give us what you got going forward, that's for sure. But that is our first semifinal out of the way. We'll have another one coming up for you soon. We'll be getting into that shortly, but let's go ahead and take a look at the bracket, see what we have coming up for our second semifinal here, which will be I Love This Game against Project Vision. These guys will duke it out and see who goes to play against Drama in the finals.
For those of you curious to know who's on I Love This Game, because we have not gotten to see them yet today, it is A-Wing, Skywind, and Protagonist. We've seen these players quite a bit. A-Wing and Skywind showing up in our 2v2s quite a lot. I expect to see some strong play out of them in general. They have done well with us so far. But as we saw, Project Vision, pretty strong team as well.
Yeah, absolutely. They've
be a good game.
They managed should be a doozy. I'm excited to get in, so we'll be bringing that to you guys in just a little bit. But in the meantime, you can check us out a bunch of different places. You know, give us feedback. We would love to hear your feedback about this tournament in particular. You can do that at BattleRekt on Twitter. You can hop into our Discord too, or Discord and
that one
Reddit.
especially.
Yeah,
I
Discord's
think
great
very
place.
soon I'm just going to be like sitting in that Discord and just see who wants to hear me run around with Rook screaming meat stick as I fling the giant turkey leg at everybody in the game.
Yeah, it's
I'm actually really bad with Rook. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, oh, me too.
Really bad.
Don't worry. Yeah, me too. But if you want to sign up and if you've liked what you've seen thus far and you want to compete yourself, you can do that by going to BattleRekt.com. You can head there and sign up for the website and get in on the fun. Are you pointing at me?
No, I was pointing at the thing.
Oh,
Why would I point at you?
I don't know.
So full of yourself.
You really,
honestly.
You saw the point.
Everything just revolves around. So they're getting into the game right now. They're doing their map bans, and then they're gonna do their character picks, champion picks. I'm sure you guys are wondering why we don't show that, but for
integrity,
competitive integrity.
Yeah.
We don't want anyone sniping, but remember, folks, these guys are trying to make it into our finals, and in the finals, they're going to win some cash. First place going on with $200, second place with $100. I'm going to keep reminding you over and over and over again, because the one guy who doesn't know, it's worth it. It's worth it for him, because we're a big old family. Anyone that made it to the top 8 is going to get themselves a demonic steed. We just got hundreds of them. People just
handing them out. You get a steed, you get a steed.
Yeah, everyone, steeds.
Steeds for everyone.
Someone needs to make that bees gif with steeds.
Yeah, please. Please do that.
They sound too similar. Steeds and bees.
Steeds, bees, everything in between. Yeah, we're getting ready up. We're gonna head into game, and this is, keep in mind, our last semifinal before the finals. I love this game against Project Vision. I love this game as well. I can't.
So passionate.
Keep it in. I love this game.
You guys
We're having
can't tell,
fun.
we really do enjoy this game, and honestly, like, this is a genuine statement. I love casting this game. This is so much fun, and I really hope you guys enjoy what we have. So again, please feel free to give us some feedback. We literally are doing this so that you guys can let us know what you think. We're doing this for you, the people that are sitting at home, and we're doing it for the players, people that are also sitting at home, or maybe in nondescript stores that sell coffee and sandwiches.
Yeah, that's also a possibility. You might get some
really
weird books.
To know. I want to know.
Please do it.
Someone needs to do it. Tweet it at me, and I'll do something for you. I don't know what it is, but I'll do something.
Well, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You get a big shout out, though. Something like that. Either way, we got a game. We'll head into it so you can stop listening to us babble for a bit, but let's take a look at what we have for team comps. A-Wing's going to be on the Uldor, Protagonist on Jumong, and Skywind is going to be on Rakan. Say it ain't so. Looks like somebody got disconnected as Protagonist, but hopefully poor man will get himself back in the game here shortly. Luckily, there's a little pause function, so we'll get him back in the game, and we can continue on with the match. Oh, I love it.
I know.
It's rock and roll, baby.
Gets me pumped.
Rock and roll. Oh, hey. Well, that was fast.
Goodbye, music.
Sad.
Protagonist has come back. And Rakan, we haven't seen a Rakan all day. Rakan's pretty popular. We've seen him do a lot of damage carry a lot of people, carry a lot of games.
Yep.
He's just got such a big presence on the field. He really can get in there. He's got his absorb. He's got a good support. He can get healed up. He's got his silence. He's got his R to get away. He's got his space to deal damage and get away. His sinister strike.
Yeah.
Sinister strike.
He's got a good kit, diverse kit. He's able to heal himself up quite a bit as well. So we'll see as we head in. On the other side, of course, we have Jumong and Serious Shifu on the side of Project Vision, but right off the bat, Blue is getting themselves got a pin back into their spawn. Protagonist is taking quite a bit of damage, chunked down a lot here. As
Skywin had a bit of a struggle there. He was not moving.
Well, is everybody okay?
Is everybody all right? Everybody, raise your hand if you're okay. That counts.
Well,
get the orb.
Oh, yep, they got the orb. And it looks like they're going right back into the fight, though. So, Jumong taking so much damage. Protagonist goes down, and now it's A-Wing and Skywin. Shifu ultimate out here as well. Nobody's home. They were all able to make it out of their counter. Was out from Shifu, but he is taking it right now from A-Wing. And Skywin has got to be careful. He's taking a lot of damage himself. Gets in-capped, finally finished off. Rukon going down, and A-Wing all by his lonesome in a 1 versus 3. It's finished off, so it'll be 1 round to nothing for Project Vision.
There was some kind of issue there with Skywin. He just kind of stood there and spun around a few times, didn't dish any damage, and took a lot from a full rain of arrows. I suspect the second game should go a wee bit different.
Yeah, I think the one was a fluke, little something, you know, out of his control happened. So I'm gonna see maybe a little bit closer here. But anyway,
most BattleRekts being pretty standard so far. Skywin going to silence. Maybe he's fixing some issues. He's waiting to pick that BattleRekt, giving himself all the time he needs. We see Sirius getting Sunbath, which we see out of him quite often. If he lands a charged Crescent Strike, it empowers your next heal, or Sunlight. Causes 2 additional beams to strike the same area, healing the nearest ally for 12 and then 6 health, respectively, after the initial one as well. So it's almost like a triple heal. Quite a lot of burst healing.
Quite a lot indeed. And here we go. Project Vision again up 1-0, and Blue getting pinned back into their spawn right away. Double in-cap now, able to add a bit more pressure on Protagonist, who is just getting pounded by a verse, and now Sketch is jumping in. He is easy for the take, and double petrified. The double lantern smack to the face. And now, actually, Outcast is quite hurt himself. Jumong goes down, but Outcast may be the guy to go for here. Jumping away, beautiful plays by Rakan there, getting out. He does get in-capped, and now A-Wing is a target. Oh, gets petrified, though, getting Sketch petrified. And Jumong going down. A beautiful comeback in this round so far. Shifu using his ultimate. Not much he can do. Skywin is going to finish him off, and a good job coming back in that round for I Love This Game. They tied up at 1-1.
Project Vision spent anything and everything trying to take down Protagonist, assuming he was the major damage dealer, which I believe he was up until that point. But too much health pool. Even when he went down, there was still more health on the side of I Love This Game even after one of their teammates died, because they took so much damage from Uldur and Rakan. Just kind of standing behind them all, getting some pokes. Oh, that's a little too close.
Ooh,
too close for comfort.
Scaring me. Scaring me. All right. Well, we are all tied up here. There's some good plays though from Skywind on Rakan. He was able to get some good outplays, secure some kills again. I Love This Game kind of getting pinned back into their own spawn, and man, that Jumong just getting rocked. Protagonist, so much CC, all of them jumping onto him, and now it is a 2v3, and there is much more health on the table.
Plan worked that time.
No, it did not though. Shifu taking quite a bit of damage. A good opportunity.
Get pulled back.
Getting pulled back. Oh no, the counter.
The flick.
Oh no, couldn't secure the kill in time, and they really got to see if they can finish off.
He gets the
Shifu pulling it
back
in. No, Sirius ultimate in the back. Ultimate, using his ultimate in the back. Ultimating in the back, and
oh, he might get the orb. Oh, Outcast gets in the way just in time. Body blocks the right click.
It's a 2v2, very.
But an ultimate from Rakan. If he lands a lot of damage, you could really start putting it on him. We're going to see Jumong confidently going into that.
Getting in capped. Oh, the counter proc from Outcast as well. Need to be careful not getting his silence back on the left click as well from his Kitsune. He's gonna go down as A-Wing got hit in the middle of it. Man, he got the Petrify off. He didn't even want to try. He's just gonna a
fully charged Crescent strikes what brings down Rakan for the final blow.
I don't know if you saw on the spectator on the POV for the catch, but man, Uldor just had the saddest look as he was defeated. He like just dropped to his knees and fell inside of the rain of arrows. Just a sad, sad llama man. But that's gonna be Project Vision going up 2-0.
I don't think I've never seen him look happy.
No, I don't know if he has emotion.
Stuff, man. He's seen some stuff. He's been through he's been through life in a way none of us want to experience.
The sand has gotten to him over time.
No, stop it.
Good jokes.
Great. Yeah, great.
Meme. All right. And here we go. It's 2-1 now. Project Vision.
Oh, serious.
Oh, good flick from Rakan there. That double in cap onto A-Wing and Protagonist. They're going to have to back off here. Averse is taking quite a bit of damage, though, so he's kind of sitting in the same department that Skywind is, at least for now.
There comes the immediate burst.
Oh, ultimate out. He's got to get that silence. Did get it finally just at the last second onto the ulting Sirius.
Oh, Sirius is getting low. Outcast now having to go back and heal.
Double in cap. Protagonist in trouble. Sketch trying to finish him off. Is able to with the right click. That double in cap was huge. Massive plays from Sketch. And now Skywind is going to get ulted by his Uldor at the last second. But as he lands, gets finished off. And A-Wing knows it is done. Project Vision taking the first map 3-1 in this best of 3.
What's funny is it might have looked pretty strong victories for Project Vision, a lot of those, but it really just came down to maybe landing 1 or 2 more CCs that really just helped them get that burst damage. That's how Sirius was so low in the end. They could have actually taken him out potentially. Rakan took a little bit too much damage trying to get the silence.
All right.
Probably would have been better off maybe just hiding behind a wall, but I think he was helping out his allies. But his allies, I think, were just out of reach. He might have just been a little bit better off hiding behind a wall and letting him waste all his energy.
Yeah.
What?
No, nothing. That was nothing. I'm just laughing.
Yeah.
Having a good time. So
we do here.
Yeah, we like to have fun. But anyway, first map is going to go to Project Vision. They're feeling good. Pretty close rounds, though. I mean, it's definitely still in this for I
really
love
honestly
this game.
Like, it didn't look it, but with the capabilities that I know that Rakan and them can put out, Rakan and the gang.
Rakan and the boys.
Yeah, Rakan, Uldor. I mean, those two together alone can really lay it to him between Sands of Time and the silence, pulls, ultimates. If Rakan, I mean, that's the scariest part about Rakan is his ultimate does insane damage over time.
Yeah, it does.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
It does.
It does
insane
crazy damage. But he can easily get CC'd and then just waste all of his energy. So it's a bit of a risk. Sometimes he might be better off using his R and maybe saving his energy for some extra stuff. Some extra stiggles, but we're going to take a quick look at a replay from that game. It's actually going to be that last final fight. As you can tell right here, quite a lot of damage. I mean, look at the health pool right there. They're actually winning right now. But that double in cap was just so strong. And then they were able to just hone in everything. Look how quickly Jamon gets bursted down. She was going to do everything in his power to just hunt him down. And then we're going to see actually Uldor uses all of his abilities in CC to try and protect his nearly dead teammate a little too much. And then we're going to just see, look at that. He's going to ult him. Watch the perfect timing on this. Ult down, flicked around. I didn't even have to flick him around. It wasn't even, I actually kind of confused as to what killed him.
Yeah,
I guess he just got killed from the initial hit, and he didn't get carried with the arrow. I think it was like an interesting, he landed halfway in the hitbox, so he took the damage from the ultimate as it was soaring across.
Yeah, it was something like that. Either way, he got finished off, and one of the many plays helping lead to their first map victory. We got a second one coming up for you guys, so
remember,
bear with us.
This is the best of 3 of 5.
Yes.
I'm going to describe it. So it's 3 maps. They're going to play on 3 maps, and within each map, it's a best of 5.
Yeah.
First one to take 2 maps goes to the finals.
Yes.
The grand finals.
The grand finals, yes. And these guys they got money on the line in these games too. So we are going to be heading into second map though, and we'll see if there's any team comp changes.
There might be a few. Going into Mount Araz Day. For those of you that know that map by the mem. Yeah. So you just have the map memorized, which a lot of you probably do, and a lot of you probably don't. It's the map that's not like the others. Mount Araz is very specific to itself. Mount Araz Day. That should be more specific as well.
It's not night, it's day. Yeah, but that's the map they're going to be playing on, and so we'll see. We're heading into it right now, and we do have some team comp changes.
We do. Nothing too major, but major enough. We're going to see a Paloma.
Look at this double support.
The double support on a Rakan. They just want Rakan to get in there and just not have to worry about crap.
Yep.
They're just like, do what you want, buddy. Just start scything it up.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, you know, A-Wing and protagonists themselves on Lucy and Paloma can definitely deal some damage. Definitely quite a bit. The thing I'm going to worry about here is just Lucy and the fact that they have Outcast and Sketch who are really going to be able to get on Lucy. I mean, they're really going to be able to dive in and get on her. So they have to be careful, you know, but as long as you manage your abilities well, you can have that survivability on Lucy. It's just tough. But anyway, here we go. Other side is down already for Protagonist. Barrier is down as well, so after this, they're not going to have a whole lot else. Need to be careful. A-Wing is just staying alongside Protagonist. Diving in, Skywind in the midst of things, just hammering away, and there's a lot of ultimates up on the board here. Rakan uses his, Sketch is going to use his as well, but Rakan gets petrified in the middle of his ultimate. Paloma comes out with her ultimate here as well, and Outcast is becoming quite low on health. Sketch is also hurt himself here, needs to be careful as he's trying to get in and deal more damage to A-Wing, and here comes the goo as well. That's going to finish off Sketch. And now it's Outcast just getting hammered at left and right by Outcast and Blue. I love this game looking pretty good. Here comes the serious ultimate. Skywind pulling him in and says, nah, and gets the silence in the middle of the ult. Averse knows he is kaput. And Sirius going down shortly after. So I love this game. That team comp change is going to help bring a round to the board.
It is. Honestly, I didn't forget it was their team name, but hearing you just casually say, like, I love this game, I'm like, I know. It's why we're here. You said it like 3 times.
Great.
Like, stop. You weirdo. Everyone knows you love
I really love this game. But that is 1-0 in map 2. Nonetheless, these double support comps we have seen.
It's working well. I mean, the damage that Rakan was able to pull off, he did 630 damage, and the protection from both in a cumulative 1,100, just over 1,100 protection from the 2 supports. So, I mean, Rakan pretty much could do whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah, he can get all up in there, though. Other side is down. Protagonist getting took down so badly. Needs the barrier, but A-Wing doesn't have it. Oh, Protagonist crushed. That's the issue. You know, you use that barrier, you use other side, you're not going to have much else to protect those 2 supports there. And A-Wing is just desperately trying to stay alive and support his teammate if he can. Actually, more so just trying to stay alive at the moment. Finished off, though. They're going to hunt A-Wing down, and it's just Skywind, who is not long for this world. And Project Vision is going to tie things right back up, but good focus fire coming out from Project Vision once all that other side barrier were down.
It's really noticing that abilities are down. The new barrier and other side we're on cooldown. Like, Paloma's just a sitting duck, essentially. She must have just used her panic as well, because she wasn't able to do anything. Granted, the panic, you need to actually cast an ability within the half second for the panic to actually trigger. But especially, like, I mean, that counts for M1s. I mean, M1 counts as an ability, right? So it's pretty easy to, like, be mashing your M1, and then all of a sudden you get hit by Paloma's thing, and you are now panicked and running away.
But, you know, she wasn't even able to use that.
Skywind loves to go Gorge. He's the only Rakan I see do it. Essentially, his consume cooldown is reduced by 1 second off the bat, and then any other attack that he consumes reduces it by 1.5 seconds, 1 second and a half second, respectively, for the first 3 things he absorbs.
And right away, Protagonist in a bit of trouble. It seems like that is the target of choice now, as they are all just hunting her down. Doesn't have other side at the moment. I'm pretty sure barrier was just used a short while ago. Oh, getting it off just in time. Really need some heals, though. Getting barrier as well, and yet again, she's going to have some trouble because they still have nothing, and the Jumong ultimate is going to shove Paloma into the wall. Now Sketch has got to be their target. Got to finish him off if they can to set this off in a 2v2 situation, but A-Wing in a bit of trouble in the health department here. Seeker's Mark is on Rakan at the moment, able to use his Consume just in time. Goo is going to come out just for the added protection to make sure that he was going to be all right. Outcast right in the middle of it, doesn't care. Silence in the middle of that Shifu ultimate. And Skywind tried to get the big EX claw onto his poor Lucy, but just couldn't grab it in time. And now Project Vision with match point.
Project Vision all going your typical BattleRekt build. Nothing too out of the ordinary. We see Outcast trying to get the burst damage. Going Celestial Cycle and Lethal Slash. Shifu doing what we normally see out of him. A little bit of survival, a little bit of control, a little bit of more survival.
Yep, getting that healing build, which is
pretty standard for him since he's got to be in battle for so long. And you know, you go immaterial, you can maybe get a little bit of heals without taking any damage. Try and reduce the max hits that you take.
Oh. Other side is down, and the barrier is going to be used as well. It was a great time for that barrier to be used, but the roll is also down. Good panic from protagonist. Oh my goodness, getting absolutely mulched, and now it is a 3v2. Other side is going to be down yet again, but Sketch and Averse, you don't have much themselves.
The ultimate! The silence!
Beautiful stuff from Rakan there. Averse was going for the ult, gets pulled in and silenced in the middle of it. He says no, Shifu. Ultimate comes through, is going to deal a whole lot of damage. And that will even the playing field up at a 2 versus 2. Barrier is down as well. Shifu might be the guy to go for here. He's immaterial. Rakan is going to use his ult. Kunju is there. On to Sketch, and Skywind is just going to continue to deal that damage. Pulls him back in if he can land that right click counter coming up just in time. Skywind is going to finish him off. The EX pull as well onto A-Wing to make sure his teammate stays healthy, alive, and safe. And it is Averse now.
wants that energy. You know he wants to grab it really quick. He gets it, he tries to ult, but the silence comes his way. Can he survive long enough? I don't think so. 46% health pool to his 6%. While Jamong's a strong character, he's definitely not this strong. We see the clarity potion to bring him out of his immaterial, make him just a wee bit weaker. He's gonna end up going down. I love this game. Bringing this to game 5, they have one more shot.
They do have a shot, man. It is still match point for Project Vision, but it's going to come down to this round. A must-win for I love this game. They absolutely have to take this. But they are done in this tournament. Project Vision will move on to the grand finals. So definitely a lot on the line here. But you'll see, it's been a good one so far. This comp changes seem to work out in their favor. They just really need to make sure they're managing the barrier in the other side well, because once those are down, man, really vulnerable. And it looks like Sketch and Averse want to try and get in on these supports. And up top, Skywind he's all right. He's just hanging out. Actually,
just hanging out
with his team,
dealing some damage. Oh, but the orb control has been in Project Vision's side until about late game. But even so, I think they've gotten most of them. Doesn't seem to matter because I love this game. They've still been putting out the damage. They have so much sustain. They don't really need the orb as critically.
Yeah, they definitely have a lot of sustain, and Skywind's gonna go in for a Sketch. Here comes a Paloma ultimate as well. Sirius in the back is going to get his ultimate off, but Paloma getting other side in the middle of it. Double panic as well. Now Sketch is pretty vulnerable as he goes back in. The right click from Rakan is going to land on him, though. He goes immaterial, but he's quite hurt. The long-range snipe from Skywind on that right click is going to finish off Sketch, and now it is a 3 versus 2, and things are looking pretty good for I Love This Game, as just need to finish off these last two guys. Jumong is so hurt, is finally going to fall. It's just Outcast. He knows it's done, and we're going to see a map 3 in this semifinal. I Love This Game with a big comeback, saving 2 match points.
The respectable invitation to death. Giving up when you realize it's just going to be a run fest until sudden death happens. I think how not fun that can be, especially to watch. But either way, I'm surprised. So in the first round, they did pretty solid. And then around 2 and 3, all of this game got kind of destroyed. They went in, I think, a little too aggressively. And as you said, other side and barrier are their saving grace, right?
Yep.
You can get panics out of both of them. I think the double panic is interesting, too. I mean, there's a lot of hard CC in general and a lot of escape. But once those two are down and they notice it, it's just going to be an all-down chase fest. So I think when they play a little bit safer for game 4 and 5, and they stayed back and they kind of waited for an opportunity. They let Rakan kind of go in. He'd dish him damage. He'd do what he could, and then he'd, void his way back out, use his R to kind of get back to his allies, and then he'd help, and those silences start to land. But, taking a closer look at a replay of that game, this is going to be that fantastic save. Jumong wanted to get this ult off, and he could have actually dealt a significant amount of damage to Paloma. He saw how low she was. He wanted to try and take her out, so he's going to get that. He tried to get the root, I should say. He's going to ult. He wanted to try and take her down, but this is when Rakan saved her so well. He got the pull and then the silence. Even though he brought it even closer to Paloma, he would have gotten a pretty solid hit. But there is another Broman of the day. That's the North American Broman.
North American Broman of the day. Broman of the day. And well, we don't know yet. There could be some more.
There could be a better one, but for now, that's going to be the top.
Broman. Yes, for now, it's the Broman. We'll see. Maybe we'll even see Broloma come out here as well.
Oh yeah,
Broloma.
Broloma. Yeah. I forgot to do that earlier in the EU. Man, such good.
Good bro names.
Good bro names.
We gotta come up with some.
I'm not kidding though. I have to give out a bro award to the people that just really sacrifice everything they have for their allies. It takes a special kind of person to give up your potential damage and give up your life even for an ally.
Yeah, that's a teammate you want on your side. So
the bro.
The bro. With that being said, we'll see if any of those bro moments come up because we got map 3. This is a crucial one. Winner of this map will go on to the grand finals. And we got a good one here so far. I love this game. Able to bring themselves back in just the nick of time, saving 2 match points there in map 2. And now it all comes down to this. Looks like we have the same team comps from both sides. And now, so far, sitting back, Outcast using his counter, and a lot of in caps out on the field. Other side is down, used on Skywing. And Skywind, excuse me. A-Wing in the back here, just keeping everybody supported. Barrier is going to go down as well here. Skywind's got to be careful. He's in the thick of things and really starting to get hammered down by Verst and Outcast. Here comes Shifu Ultimate as well. Is going to connect quite a bit with Skywind.
Did Jumanji ult the wall? I think he might have just ulted the wall.
I missed it, to be honest, but it sounds like he ulted the wall. And getting pulled back in was Outcast into the goo. He might go down. Serious. Yes, he falls. Sketch is also very hurt. He's trying to desperately get back and grab some of those heals. And Skywind going in for a Verse who just used both of his spaces. He has no other way to get out of there. Doesn't have immaterial. And now Shifu Ultimate, seeing what damage he can do, getting other-sided just in time. The Petrify comes out and finishing off Shifu. And that is going to be I Love This Game, grabbing the first round in our 3rd map.
That pull from Rakan back into the Lucy ult.
It's huge.
Perfect. Sirius tried to heal it. He tried to do what he could, but he just took the rest of his damage. Nothing he could do. His health bar just slowly dwindled down. He tried his best. No one was there to save him. You didn't have any pulls on his team. Not much you could have done. And he's the only heal he has. His counter was down. His base was down. He took advantage. And that's the Rakan Lucy combo we see a lot. Lucy will ult on top of Rakan while there's someone next to him. The enemy that got hit will then try to escape. And Rakan tries to reject his escape.
Yep. Pull him in.
He doesn't believe in escapes.
Nope. He's got that claw. Bring it right back in. Ain't going nowhere. And now it is 1-0 for I Love This Game, and Skywind right away is getting in on to Outcast. Ooh, the counter up, but Skywind not gonna bite. Going in a Verse, and actually going now for Outcast a bit harder. A-Wing and Protagonist together up top, just keeping themselves sustained as both of them try and get in, and it doesn't seem like Sketch and Outcast, or even a Verse, if he gets in on those 2 supports, can really do enough damage to, to out-sustain them. The only time they're gonna catch him is if they have bad management of those of Barrier and other side. If both of them get down, they may have an opportunity to deal more than Protagonist and A-Wing can sustain, but here we go. As they reinitiate here, other side is going to be down, and the ultimate coming out from Outcast, but
does
the Barrier...
almost no damage.
Yeah, A-Wing using the Barrier, and now Jumong quite hurt himself. He's getting pounded down. He's going for him. Shifu Ultimate comes out, though, is going to do quite a bit of damage. Other sided just in time, and here's the goo out on the field as well. Skywind, just missing the finish onto a burst. Paloma ultimate out here as well. Finally finished off, and now Outcast is in a bit of trouble himself. Counter is down, he doesn't have space either, and he's just getting absolutely pounded, finally using his space. And finally, he's gonna get his ultimate off, but petrified. In the end, Skywind's gonna be there waiting for him, getting the silence off. And counter is down for Outcast yet again, finally finished off, and Shifu is the last man standing. It's Sketch. He knows that he's got no chance. That is gonna be 2-0 for I Love This Game. Now a match point of their own.
Looking like they were struggling. I didn't know if they were gonna make it out of one of these rounds. Given Project Vision the first one, it looks like they've come out strong. This new comp for them. We don't see Paloma at this skill level very often, and I'm loving it. Even if they try and hone down on A-Wing and A-Wing and Protagonist, they just have so much to deal with it. They have their barrier, which I believe she went Blast Shield, so when she casts her barrier, pushes them away, even if they come back. Then they have one panic. If they come back, another panic. Come back, a Petrify. Come back, another side. And there's just so much they can do to survive. And then Rakan, as we already know, does a great job of mitigating damage, using his Absorb, getting his heals up. So we can just kind of do almost a 2v1 while they try their best to deal with these supports. But even now, now we're going to see A-Wing take some damage, but he gets other-sided.
Barrier and other side are both down, at least for the time being. Need to be careful because Protagonist is getting bursted down so hard by all three members of Project Vision, and really needs some. And Captain absolutely shut down there. They made them use both other side barrier beautifully. There goes Lucy as well. And Skywind is going to use his ult, but he's got 3 angry guys all over him here, and he will get finished off. But there you go, Project Vision saving themselves, getting a round back. Still match point for I Love This Game.
So close. I love it. They both want to get into these finals. We see I Love This Game 1 game away, but all it takes is just a bit of burst. The amount of burst that we see coming out of a full M2 from Shifu, the full charge from Outcast, and a full M2 from a Verse can be quite phenomenal.
And they did a good job of applying that pressure onto A-Wing and Protagonist. A-Wing got separated from Protagonist as well, so could no longer help sustain Protagonist when they jumped in, and now they're getting kind of stuffed in this corner. Oh no, Barry, another side down already, used on the same person. Not a good sign, as they're gonna have to roll back in, and they're stuck in this corner. This is a really bad sign. The double petrify onto them, and now Protagonist having to use other side on himself to get out, but they're continuing. A good double panic, though. A Verse is gonna finish him off. Now it's A-Wing and Skywind left alive, and that is gonna be A-Wing taken out of it, and Skywind now all by himself. He'll be shut down shortly after this, and look at this. Can you believe it? Project Vision getting back, tying the game up at 2-2. It's all going to come down to this. Who can get themselves into the finals off this one round?
This couldn't be closer. We are now in the final game of the final match. The final round, I should say.
Final map.
Of the final map.
Yes, and it's been a nail-biter here, man. Just back and forth.
To just speak on the burst damage of Project Vision, I mean, with a single ability, they can do 74, and then you know Sirius is going to follow up with probably his R and another 22 damage from a charge. So, I mean, in general, it's near 100 burst damage from these guys right off the bat.
Other side down already. Outcast wants to get in. Barrier's going to be used on the Lucy. Clarity Potion's going to knock them off, and having to use Swift Roll to get away here as
First getting hunted.
There's other side going to be used onto A-Wing. Now Sketch starting to work his way, and counter's gonna be hit. Barrier going out yet again onto A-Wing. It's just Protagonist keeping that Lucy sustained in the back, and Skywind gets petrified here himself and uses his ultimate. He's gonna pound away at a Verse. The double in cap though on the supports. Pull him off, and it goes down as well. Jumon goes down. It's a Verse out of the fight. Sketch quite hurt here himself. It's a 3v2. It all is on this round. Here comes the goo as well. Shifu's in the middle of it, gets stunned. Or silenced, excuse me, by the Rakan. And Sketch, he is in dire straits here. He really needed those health orbs over there to get back some of that max health. It's gonna be so hard for them to chunk these guys down with all the sustain that they have on this team. And Sketch so close to going down, finally finished off. Now it's just Sirius 1 versus 3 using his ult. It's not looking good. He knows it's over. I Love This Game, finishing it off in the absolute final round. and they will move themselves into the grand finals.
So exciting, so close, and a Paloma to boot. People always talk about how after Paloma's changed, she was weak, but proven wrong. Right now, Protagonist, even with a double support combo, we saw EU come up with some interesting comps, and now we see NA doing the same. I'm loving seeing people try new things, especially in a competitive format, and proving that it works. It just goes to show how balanced a lot of this can be. It might not feel it sometimes, but if you can prove your skill, you know how good you are as the champion. A lot of people really can prove their worth, especially if you organize your skills in the correct manner, you use them in the right way, you wait for cooldowns, certain cooldowns to be on or off, and you try and read your opponents just as well.
Yeah, man, that was a great one, and we got a even better grand finals coming up here soon, I'd imagine.
A replay from that, we've talked about it before, the Lucy Rakan combo. We're gonna see the Goo go down right on top of Sirius. He's gonna try and get out, but he's gonna get pulled right back in by Jamong. He has nothing left to use his spacebar to try and get out. He has no more counter.
Oh, the Paloma ultimate on top of it as well.
And then on top of it, check out a double. He tried to heal himself. There it is, Paloma.
Brutal.
The second trigger of her ultimate, which deals like a high 20s, low 30s, I believe, in damage.
Yeah.
I'm actually drawing a blank quite a bit on the second
Somewhere
burst.
around there.
I think it's I think it's like 34.
Still
Tell me I'm wrong, please correct me. Someone in chat probably knows. It'll make more sense for someone to do it.
Someone. But still, I mean, that's so much damage on top of the Goo as well. You're talking about some serious damage there over time now with the two combined. So great plays all around, though.
36.
Back in 36
damage.
We're close.
Yeah.
Hey, we're close.
Yeah,
well,
I tried.
Yeah, well, let's take a look at the bracket, see what we have coming up for you in our grand final, what we've seen thus far. Our grand finals will be Drama versus I Love This Game. And, of course, as you just saw, I Love This Game coming back in brilliant fashion in the series. And it certainly was a nail-biter. They will be going up against Drama, who have been playing quite well themselves. Literally, after they made one team comp change in the first match that we saw from them, in the top 8, they made that one change, and they've been rolling since then.
They've been doing it, yeah, and they got dominated with that first comp they had. Like, just
crushed.
Yeah, a big steamer. A big old steamer. But they're able to come out, and they just stuck with that comp. Like, this is working. Yeah. We're working well.
Yeah.
Ashka Croak together. So strong. And then I believe it's Old Door in their back line.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. We'll see. Maybe they'll change it.
Keep track of. Yeah.
Maybe they'll change too, going into the finals. Who knows? But all teams, both teams, I should say, are getting in and readying up. So we will see. We'll see if they get them get the team comp changes. I'm curious to see. But guys, remember they're playing for some cash money. So it's some cash money. $200 will go to the first place winners. $100 for second place. And if you made it to the top 8 today, we said it a bunch. You do get a demonic steed. All these guys are getting one. If they don't have one already, maybe they'll give one away if they have one, or hoard. But you do have money coming your way.
I really would like to see the hoarding. And if you guys have enjoyed this broadcast in the slightest, and if maybe something you're interested in competing in, I don't care what skill level you are. Remember, we only started at the top 8. All tournament happened up until now. Come to BattleRekt.com. Check it out. Sign up and give it a shot.
Yeah, come. We would love to have you. We welcome everybody in with open arms. You can come. We have.
My nose is so itchy right now.
I know, so is mine.
I can't do anything about it.
Yeah,
I should sit and stare and hope it's not itching.
We're on a stinks. You're on a broadcast.
I know.
You have to act like it's not happening.
This is actually torture.
You gotta be good at.
Oh man! Oh!
Fight it. This is what we do.
All right, so they're doing map picks. Hopefully they do it quicker. Because I gotta get off camera, folks.
You gotta go to game.
This is killing me.
Scratch my nose.
Enda, lol, Skulky, and Schalt against who we just saw. I love this game. A-Wing, Skywind, and Protagonist.
Yeah, they should be.
God!
A good one. Just do it.
This is terrible. No.
Do it. We need a bet on the bot. Willie scratch his nose before the next game starts. Get your bets in now.
That's what I imagine it feels like to get like waterboarded. This is horrible.
They just give you an itch and don't let you scratch it. They just drive you insane.
Now it's almost like a weird masochistic game of just seeing a lion make it. No. I was told to scratch my nose, and no. This is now part of the show. Will Carpet do it? I imagine everyone in their head.
Oh, man.
There's people, and this is the silliest part. Some of you at home right now rooting for me in this stupid situation I've been put in. Like, he's not going to do it. I've got faith in him.
Oh,
Look at what your life has turned into. Sitting at home watching me potentially, maybe or maybe not, scratching my nose.
can't take it.
Hope you guys are enjoying your Friday nights because we are.
Yeah.
Happy Friday.
Yeah, man. This is when the show gets. This is when we get a little funky.
No, this is when the show gets good.
Yeah.
It's like after hours.
Yeah, it's like
Pick your maps. What are they doing? God. Okay. They have their maps picked. They're picking their champs.
Oh. Here we go. It's starting to go.
I can do it.
Do it just a few more seconds. Actually, I hope they take as long as possible. Yeah, he's struggling.
My leg is going. I'm doing like the leg twitch thing.
Take your mind off it. It's fine. Just act like it's not happening.
The best part is when the camera's off me, everyone's gonna be like, "No!"
Yeah,
they have no idea
what happened. How long did he make it?
They have no idea how far I'm gonna dig. You know?
Oh, it's gonna be
really get the good scratch going. So, anyways, we've seen some interesting team comps. I'm curious to know if we're gonna see the same one. Paloma using a Paloma to get to the finals. I love it. A double support to boot. Lucy and Paloma. The damage they can put out might not be as severe, but the sustain plus the damage was just enough. Oh, we're going into the game.
We're going into the game.
Oh, yes.
Hallelujah for him. But as far as team comps go, it looks like we're not going to see. Look at this.
They're doing it. Oh, God. Oh,
it happened.
Oh, it feels so good. Oh, God, I'm a whole man again.
Oh, good for you. I'm happy. And thank you to the man in our ear for keeping it on us for just a little bit longer.
Yeah, I bet you just basked in that one, buddy.
Pal. Thanks. Here we go.
No more Paloma.
Our
little
grand
sad.
finals, folks. No more Paloma. They're switching up the team comp. Actually, relatively the same across the board. The only difference we're going to see is a Jumong instead of the Ashka. So right away, Skywind is taking so much damage. A lot of firewalls out here as well. And Charles able to just dodge that stun. Center orb is going to beat up Blue, easily able to secure that.
Oh, the in-cap. Oh, the combo is going to get laid on him.
Stun, so much burst damage onto the Ashka. Skywind, and he is in a bit of trouble just getting forced back into a spawn. And this is one of the worst spawns on all the maps to be stuck in, because you have to go through a teeny little hallway to get yourself out of it.
You are funneled as hard as it can get. They're going to see some orb control. Fantastic from Drama. Put up the firewall. Good on Schultz to keep that thing. He's going to try and take out Skywing. Skywing gets a little bit of health. Oh, the ult from Uldur. Try and chase him down.
Oh, Schultz just couldn't connect with the ult in the end, but finished off anyway with the left clicks. And now it is going to be a 3 versus 2, though. Schultz and Skulky both pretty hurt here. They need those heals from Enda. Skulky really hurting.
Will the burst come his way?
Oh, protagonist. Oh, just couldn't quite finish him off, and that right click was narrowly out of his range. On connecting, it would have finished Skulky off, and now still a 3v2, though. A-Wing and protagonist have a decent bit of health. The health pools are just about even in this, so it is doable for sure.
Firewall now. They're going to get pinned in this corner. It's going to be tough. Oh, but they might be able to suck down Crow. Oh, he goes down, but it's done.
Him going into
Look at all the Chrono Fluxes.
Just in time. Chrono Fluxes everywhere. And
Chrono Party.
It's a Chrono Party here.
Oh, good job. Between the Chrono Flux and the Firewall, a lot of orb control from both these teams, to be honest.
It's a very tight one here. Health pools pretty even. And now Protagonist coming in, though. He's stuck right in the middle. Here comes the Ashka ultimate as well. And the stun is going to come out with that ult, and he gets finished off. It is end of 1 versus 2, though. He is very able to do this. The Chrono Flux is going to shove anything right back in his face. He needs these green Skittles. And he's going to try and secure the orb. Not able to pick up that other health orb. Please!
Get it, buddy! No!
No! He gets finished off. Man.
How did they come out of that? How did I love this game come out of that? Being pinned in the tunnel to their own spawn for half the game even. Skywind went down early on and they still managed to pump out enough damage in a 3v2. Holy moly. Yes.
Yeah.
Better than what I was going to say.
You were going to say some inappropriate things.
Probably. Identical builds from the mirrored matches and similar, the standard build from Skulky out of his Crook, and Protagonist building the usual Jumong build as well. Nothing too fancy here. They want that win. They want that $200.
Oh, here comes that burst onto Skywind yet again. Skulky getting the stun, and then the stun yet again from Schultz, just waiting down there. Center orb will be up. And I believe Actually, I love this game. We're able to secure it with the E from A-Wing. And Skulky looking to maybe come around the back side here. Have to be careful. Skywind is quite hurt at the moment.
Oh, Skywind!
He's healed up for the time being. Center Orb now coming in yet again. Skulky's going hard for Skywind, though. He wants to finish him off. Gets knocked away inside of Camouflage. On Protagonist. Oh my goodness, getting out of there just barely is Skywind. But here comes the Ashko ultimate. Beautiful. Connecting on the blind. Oh, that will finish off Skywind. Now a 3 versus 2. Protagonist and A-Wing stuck back here in the corner. Can they make their comeback yet again? It's gonna be tough. Ooh, the Chrono Flux there. And Protagonist doing a good job of whipping his mouse around at the last second, but doesn't matter. They get finished off. We're tied up at 1-1 in our first map.
How dare you assume he uses the mouse? What if he uses the trackpad?
If he uses a trackpad,
maybe a trackball. Oh, that'd be impressive.
Guy deserves some money. Just for making
I would love to see somebody competitively BattleRekt with a trackball.
Somebody do that. Put a YouTube
Or even
video.
better, you know, like those laptops that have that weird little like pencil eraser in the middle?
Goodness.
That thing is garbage. I hate that thing. But I'd love to see somebody competitively play this game with that weird little eraser.
That would be beautiful.
When I was a kid, I actually thought it was an eraser. I tried to rip it out once. I thought it got stuck.
Oh, never put you around a computer again. All right, here we are, tied up at 1-1. Coming right in is Skulky. Skywind's gonna shove him back though with his E, and going in material might be able to get this in cap on a Chrono Fluxes all over the place. Center Orb is up. Secure.
Drama took that one.
Yeah, they did grab it. And now just a lot of long-range poke at the moment. That's really the name of the game for I love this game. All 3 of their guys are great at long range, so.
The stun lock from Croak.
Yeah, they're getting in. No, that firewall is going to be up. Got to be careful. Chrono Fluxes are out, and Drama able to secure center yet again. Here comes the Old Door ultimate as well, getting the stun off into the Ashko ultimate, beautifully combined with those 2. And that will secure the kill onto Skywind. As right now, Jumong ultimate going out. And Old Door extremely hurt. End up finally going down. Now we're into a 2 versus 2. And the other Old Door, A-Wing up top, is just being pressured by Skulky. Meanwhile, Schultz is going at it down at the bottom, is able to kill Jumong. So it is just A-Wing. And they're getting that Croak ult into
the stun
to make sure that damage connected.
Taking all 38 from the toxic explosion.
And that is going to make it 2-1 for Drama. This is only map 1. Keep in mind, folks, this is best of 3 maps. So even if Drama finishes it off here, we will have another map, potentially 2 more. Potentially.
It really just comes down to the lockdown. We see Skulky doing a fantastic job of getting behind the lines. He actually locked down Skywind. He got the end cap, and then no one came to help out Skywind. And then he got the stun, and by then, Schultz came in and tried to dish out a little bit of damage. It wasn't a huge burst, but it was enough to make him have to play a little bit more passive for the rest of that match.
So it's map point for Drama. I love this game. Very much still in the current game we're playing in, but here we go. Skulky trying to get in on A-Wing, gets the end cap, and then he's gonna go in so much burst damage on the Protagonist. He's hanging on by the skin of his teeth. That is disgusting. Taking him down, he just went from 3/4 health to 0 in 10 seconds flat, and now they're gonna be going up top. Skulky is, in fact, getting the end cap. Another combo. This is just unreal. They're crushing them. That is the definition of mulching right there, folks. Take it down, write it in your notepad. See ya later.
Ult so bad.
And here comes the Ashko ult, finishing him off. That was an absolute beast mode of a round from Drama. I want to gag.
I actually threw up in my mouth. There's definitely the taste of lunch. Panda Express. A nondescript Chinese restaurant. Just come back up from lunch. Oh, that was disgusting.
Oh my goodness. That is what you call coordination on just incredible burst damage.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Ooh.
Locking it down. I don't know why they didn't start off with this team comp.
I know.
They executed so well. That's the kind of execution you only see in 2s but they're pulling it off in threes. They're spreading out enough. They're drawing enough attention away from the person they're trying to explode. Right. And Jamal just freaking died in the million ways possible. We're going to take a look at a replay. Sadly, it's not going to be that, but we will get to see this blind Ashka ult just as impressive. He had a good feeling where Skywind was. Skywind's going to try and run away from this. He's going to get really low. He's going to go to the side of the wall. He's going to try and pick up them Skittles, get to the side of the wall, and this blind ult. You couldn't tell, but he had no idea where he was. Got the blind ult to take out Skywind, and it just let them able to run train on the last two.
Oh, man, that was just crazy.
Great game, honestly. Incredible match.
I think we are going to see this team comp a bit more often. I don't, not a threes expert by any means. I'm not climbing the threes ladder frequently, but man, that comp is just so good. All that burst, the in caps, stuns into another stun from Ashka, and then you get some Sansa time included in there. The E on top of it with Holdor, man, you are just getting,
that was disgusting. Just, I hope someone clipped that. You should tweet that out to us.
Please.
Go to @BattleRekt on Twitter. Yeah. Go to twitter.com, then go to @BattleRekt. Send us that highlight. Oh, man, I will retweet. Whoever does it first gets retweeted the crap out of it.
Yeah.
No, that was sick, though. Sick in, like, the literal sense. I still feel nauseous.
Yeah. I mean,
holy hell.
May throw up. Good thing we have cough boxes. We can just, if we do have to, go off to the side.
No, I want the stream to understand the full emotion.
Yeah, you want the stream to get the full effect.
Yeah, they need to hear it. I want it to, like, run past the microphone. We might need a bucket up here.
Yeah. Can we get a bucket?
Can you
hear anybody?
Disgusting. The stream's already gross. We're getting to the champ picks, folks. Now going to Mount Araz Day. I wonder if I'm assuming they're going to keep with the combo. Holy hell, Skulky and Chalt.
Yeah.
People we haven't seen in the finals yet. Doing a great job.
Yeah, and these guys are crushing.
They've made the climb. They've climbed the mountain. They're at the peak. See which one of them can Spartan kick the other one right off before they go home.
Remember, guys, we do have some prizes on the line as well. They are playing for something, not just pride, but we do have $200 for first place, $100 for second to split amongst the 3 players on the teams, plus the mounts, of course. But the money is what and I'm sure what the players are very concerned about here, the money. And as well as, the pride on the line for these guys. And it's been a great game so far. Some awesome play coming out from the Drama Boys.
And just in general, the positivity is what we love to see. We can tell everyone has a blast with these tournaments. I mean, just in general with the team name, I love this game. Unless it's horrendously sarcastic, in which case I look like a complete moron, being so excited about their name, and they're just like, I actually hate this game. I really hope not.
Yeah, we'll err on the side of that they're genuine in that statement.
Great.
Hopefully that's the case. If not, then we're sad.
They're thinking hard.
They are thinking hard.
They really want to make sure that they pick the right team comp. But again, in the grand finals, you want to make sure you can do it. Yep. But this is a best of 3 of 5. So if I Love This Game can take the next one.
Yeah, and we could see a third map.
We could see a third map.
Or
we could not see a third map.
Yeah, that's true. And maybe drama just
comes out. There's only really 2 options from here, folks.
That's right. There is 2 options.
Will I ever scratch my nose on camera?
No.
That's the biggest question.
That is the question of the ages. That is what we're here for. Not BattleRekt. Actually, I'm here for BattleRekt. We got a good game. We got a good game, folks, and let's get into it. Our grand final, second map in the best of 3. And Drama was able to take the first map. Some beautiful coordination between Skulky and Chalt, and all 3 of them. Just brilliant coordination. A-Wing, Skywind, and Protagonist trying to get themselves back in. Looks like they got a Rakan out there now. We'll see how this works out for them. As right now, Skulky already taking quite a bit of damage. A man needs to be careful. Getting in-cap absolutely crushed. What is that? Oh my goodness. What just happened?
Oh, poor Skulky. He tried his best. Oh, but Froggy couldn't make it out alive, but now we're going to see them try and hunt down the last 2. I don't know if they can come back from this 88% health pool. No one's even close to death. The amount of burst they need.
No.
Oh, no.
It's happening again.
Oh, no. The CC, what is he going to do? Poor Ashka.
And,
yeah. The little boulder golem couldn't take it. Llama Man goes down last.
Did you call him a boulder golem?
A boulder golem. He's a little boulder guy. He screams around. He's fire. I don't know what he's made out of. Look at him. Well, you can't see him now. Let's get a good close-up of Ashka. That's my request. Let's get a good old weird, creepy close-up of Ashka. Look at him. Look at him. He's got a sweet jacket, though.
That is dope.
Pretty sure that, yeah, that is some cool fur jacket. Doesn't have a hood, though.
Man, you stay in this camera view long enough, you get nauseous.
I would love to watch someone try and play the game like this.
That would be just beautiful.
Challenge. We're going to run a tournament where you have to play the game like that.
Locked in that camera view.
Oh, God.
Here we go. I love this game. Up 1-0 in map 2. They just crushed Skulky last time. He's going to have to be a lot more methodical about how he goes in off these plays. Not just jumping in like he did last time because, man, they absolutely...
Getting sideswiped by a car. Like, he just was not prepared.
He literally got hit by an 18-wheeler, man.
The Reign of Eris wasn't able to secure it. It looks like Drama was able to get that first orb of the game.
And now...
oh, so close! Oh. Protagonist reading that well.
I love this game. Kind of backed up towards their own spawn for the time being. Skulky is in, getting trapped. He's in deceit, but he's in the bear trap. He's got to be careful. Gets himself out just in time, though. Pulled back in by Skywind. And he is just taking it up top.
Dealt a lot of damage back to Skywind. A deceit, I don't really know why. That was kind of weird. Wasted 25% energy. He now doesn't have enough to deceit again. But we're going to see how an ult from Ashka come in soon. You got that stun. I'm surprised he didn't use that to chain in. He might wait
go.
Oh, here comes the chain.
The ult. Here we go. He's able to get some good burst off. And now the Oldor ultimate as well. Getting the stun off on the Jumok. Finishes him. Now it's just Rakan and Oldor. The ultimate is going to come out from Rakan, but the heals can't come quick enough from A-Wing.
Oh, man, the pain trains are coming, and the pain train's got no brakes.
The pain train has got no brakes, that's for sure. And Drama is looking good for this round here. A huge advantage in health pool. Oh, Rakan is so hurt. Give him the heals. Oh, the ultimate out from Ashka. Is not actually able to connect, but finally Rakan's taken down A-Wing, last guy alive. He knows it's done. And that is going to be tied up 1-1.
God, man, another. They're really trying to get these burst combos in. If they're successful, I mean, if Skulky can just, I think a lot of times if he goes it a little bit too much, takes a lot of damage, although him and Rakan got into a nice little 1v1 situation, and he ended up dealing more damage to Skywind than I expected. Rakan in 1v1 situations, he's got his silence, he's got his absorb. Usually he doesn't take a lot of damage in the first few seconds of battle. He's able to dish out more than he can take, but his cooldowns were down. So Toxic Blades was actually able to dish out a lot of damage in Skywind. And that's eventually what led up to the combo. But Skulky's got to be careful. If he takes too much damage, he's not going to be able to go blindly in and get these nice CC chains that end up resulting in just massive amounts of damage.
It's good. Right there, just jumping in, getting his damage with the jumps, and then using his E to get himself out of there. You know, not overstaying his welcome, not taking too much damage. And look at this now, jumping in on a protagonist. This is exactly what you want to see out of Croak. Just coming in to get that burst damage, getting the end cap into the stun. Oh no, he got knocked away just a bit. But this is a good play from Skulky up top there. Just coming in, getting a little bit of damage off, and getting himself out, making sure he doesn't take too much damage himself in the process.
Lots of center control by Drama. They're doing a good job of pushing them back into their spawn. They're trying to use these walls to their advantage, but we're going to see a Croak sneaking around. Oh, here it comes! Oh,
connecting hard with Oldor. He has to use his space to get out of there. He's not going to have much else. Now he actually has his own ultimate to get out just in time, but man, that was so much damage onto Oldor. And Skywind's going to try and pull him in. Here comes the Shifu ult. The Chrono Flux from Enda's going to land that right back into protagonist's face. He even had time to cancel that if he wanted to, I'm pretty sure. But he just went for the shot anyway. One shot will do, apparently, right into his own face. Another Ashka ult.
That one actually didn't connect with anyone.
Swing and a miss for that.
We see Skywind going down. Who's going to get the orb here? It looks like, I love this game, is able to snag that orb.
Yep. They're able to grab that A-Wing with a little left click right at the end. Was able to get it, but oh no. Speaking of A-Wing, the man is quite hurt. He needs to get some heals, but his heals are on cooldown at the moment. And he's got to use some of them on himself as well. A Chrono Flux came up yet again, almost back into protagonist's face. He was able to dodge it this time. A-Wing's got to be really careful. He is so hurt, and his heals are still on cooldown. They are trapped back into spawn at a pretty big health disadvantage as well. Now they're getting some room to come back in here, but they need to be just about perfect to come out on top.
Sudden death has begun. The map will start closing in, forcing I love this game to try and press into the middle, but right now we see so much energy on side of Drama. An ultimate from Ashka. Here comes the combo.
The stun and ultimate Wombo combo. See you later. That is gonna be 2-1 for Drama. They have a match point, and you know, tournament on the line here for them. They have the ability to grab that. So, well, hey, fancy seeing you here.
Yeah.
And we're back in.
How's it going, everybody?
Oh, hey, it was good. You just needed to see our face there for a second. Yep. That's all.
Yeah, I was just kind of hanging out.
You know?
You guys can see how relaxed we are when we watch the game. Yeah. Mostly because that just exploded. I wouldn't be surprised to see I love this game. Honestly, switching a support to Lucy, getting that clarity potion after to try and nullify these CC chains, especially because they go all in on these. They use so much ability, so much cooldown, so much energy as well, especially if they're going to be using any of their ultimates. Having a Lucy to try and clarity potion it might help a lot.
And this is do or die for I Love This Game. It's a match point for Drama. Our grand finals, prize money on the line. Skulky taking so much damage as he was in Deceit. He was stuck inside of the Chrono Flux. Had slower movement speed there, was just getting pounded by damage. But still, the health advantage overall in favor of Drama so far on this round as Skulky trying to work his way back in if he can. Right clicks coming out from Chalt. Center orb is going to be up now. Chalt has his ult. Let's see them go for this combo. Skulky was in Deceit, couldn't quite get to the red players in time to get the in-cap off. So he's going to go into Deceit again. Protagonist hit them blind. Here comes
we're going to see it coming.
Cap, the stun as well. The ultimate coming through. Connects with A-Wing at the end, I believe. And Rakan here quite hurt. Needs to be careful, but you know, Croak himself, Skulky there. Quite hurt. Oh, the combo. In-cap stun and another stun from Chalt. Able to finish off Rakan now. 2 versus 3. A-Wing and Protagonist gotta come up huge.
He's got been trying to chase down Skulky. Skulky turns around, gets the stuns, they get another mini burst on him. Oh, just getting out of that stun, but the in cap not gonna get followed up by a stun. Oh, but the stun gets missed.
Getting pushed back in the spawn. This is bad news. Bad news. Skulky's got his ultimate here as well. Does he save it for Deceit? Oh, Jumong goes down. It's just A-Wing. He's finished off. And there it is. Drama taking the grand finals. They win the 3v3 NA BattleRekt tournament in a 2-0 fashion. Some very close games. Those combos from Drama just too strong, man.
Fantastic, honestly. Congratulations to both of these teams. I love this game. Love what you guys showed up with. So much energy, so much power. Like the team comps. Drama, same guy, same to you. Swapping that halfway through. Swatching it halfway through. Drama going home with $200, some mounts. I love this game going home with $100 and some mounts. 2 people we haven't seen in our finals yet. 2 teams entirely.
Yeah, and it's great to see some new faces in there. I know Skulky's been trying at it in 2s and 3s, and good to see those guys come out with a win. But man, some good games today. I love that team comp though. So much.
It's a lot of fun.
I can't harp on it enough. So much fun to watch, especially in that first game. I believe it was. I just unreal burst and just crush. Just a lot of crush.
Yeah. What's cool about it is that like they're not just a one-trick pony. Like that is a cool trick to revert to, but standalone, Kurok and Ashka still super viable champs. Like even solo, you know, 1v1 situations. I mean, the hard CC from Kurok gets brutal lining it up with almost anything, but lined up with an Ashka CC, it's just gnarly.
It is gnarly. That's a great word for it. So anyway, that is the boys taking it. Drama. Let's go ahead and take a look at our bracket and kind of check out what we saw throughout the day today. Drama first taking the fall of Arakune, then nice meta, finally taking out I Love This Game, which you just saw. And really, it was in their first match against the fall of Arakune, where they made the change up in the first round after they got spanked in that first round.
They got spanked,
and then they changed their team comp to what they had there that you saw in that last match, and they just cruised the rest of the way.
Something clicked right away, right? They're like, we're doing it well. They were lining up everything. They were getting their timings down. They were able to position. We saw sneaky Skulky, man.
Yeah.
I want to see some sneaky Skulky spams next time he's doing. He would literally just go camo, or you know, he'd use it to see, and he'd sneak around. They would have no idea it was coming. It's one of those situations. If you don't see Croak for a while, you should probably assume he's trying to sneaky sneak.
Yeah, that's his thing. the sneaky sneak. So you got to watch out for that guy. But once that team comp changed, it was all uphill for them.
It really was.
So
we definitely want to give a huge thanks out to anyone that watched us. For those of you that are watching right now, and if you want to tune into us soon, definitely come check us out.
Yeah.
We broadcast every Tuesday and Friday. If that schedule does change, by all means, we'll let you know, but it should at least be those days no matter what. And if you want to make sure you know the details, make sure you know what we're doing, you should check us out on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter. We'll give you all the information you need there. We post a little too much probably. My phone explodes, especially when we broadcast. I got to turn those alerts off. Yeah, but everyone else should turn them on.
Yeah, because there's some good clips, some letting you know about future tournaments, showtimes, whatever. You can follow it there at BattleRekt. Follow our personal Twitters as well. We tweet sometimes. He tweets more than I do. I get a little lazy sometimes, and I don't use my Twitter as much as I should. I'm just awful. So I need to learn to use that more. But either way, great day matches. Thank you all to everybody that watched, played, and remember that if you want to get yourself involved in BattleRekt and you want to play, you can go to BattleRekt.com. Sign up there and click on the links. It'll take you to the GGN website. We got 2v2s coming up this Tuesday. You can get involved in NA and EU on the same schedule that we've been running throughout BattleRekt. So get involved. It's a lot of fun. We enjoy it for sure.
Yeah,
so,
and we'll be messing around with some rules probably a little bit. We want to make sure we hone this. Let us know. Let us know what you guys thought of this rule set. We changed it a bit. We want to try and make sure that we keep true to the BattleRekt play style.
Right. That's right. Let us know what you think about all this. But, as for us, I think we're about done for the evening. My name is Gex. This is Findable Carpet. We do appreciate you guys joining us here in the studio for some awesome BattleRekt. We'll be back here on Tuesday, so we will see you then. Have a good night, everybody, and thanks for watching.